1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We are back at it, man. Wednesday afternoon, June 25th. It's a hot day. It's cooled down a little bit, but it's been a hot couple of days. A heat wave, as they say. We are live on multiple platforms. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube as usual. We're live over here on Instagram. Salute to the people on Instagram who are popping up over here on my phone. Big salute to the people who are popping up on Twitch, as well as on X, aka Twitter, and the people who are popping up on Kick at the same time. So we're multiple platforms today. We are streaming. I got a list of topics that I want to get into. So let's get into the topics quick, fast. All right. I want to address the issue that we had the other day with the tweet. I went viral again. All right. Had a little tweet. I had some grievances when it came to Toronto rappers. We'll address it. I know there's a few people who have been reposting this tweet all over the place, but hey, we over here, man, and I'm here to explain it. Also, we're gonna react to the Savv4x No Jumper interview as well. See that way? See how I segue that right there? Also, Top 5. He should be live around 7 o'clock. That was supposed to be the scheduling, but we'll see if that happens, and we'll just give you a quick update on what's going on with the live stream that he's supposed to have. Booggz, big salute to Booggz. Hold your head to Booggz. I got to do an interview with Booggz, and we'll do a quick reaction to a couple of clips from that interview. I'll be dropping that on Friday. He's got an album that's dropping tomorrow, so look out for that as well. I also want to talk about that YouTuber, Oba Buba. Okay, Oba Buba went over the jungle. Apparently, he got his footage deleted, and they had a few other requests, so we'll definitely go over that video as well. Also, there's an Instagram clip that's been going Toronto viral. And the title I have on it here is Why Toronto Doesn't Win. All right, so we'll definitely get into that as well. Fat Joe has given a response to all of the allegations that he has surrounding his name right now, so we'll definitely cover that. There's also been some updates on the Diddy case. I want to cover that quick, fast. And I got a video that I found over here on in my algorithm about a Hell's Angels killer. Okay, so let's get into that as well. If you guys got any topics, make sure to spam the chat. For the people on Instagram, we're on YouTube right now, youtube.com/welovehiphop network. Let's get it popping. What's going on, gang? It is hot, bro. Holy. I got the AC on in the crib, so, you know, once I start my live and we're, you know, in a nice zone, I'll be nice and cool, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, how's everybody doing out there? Big salute to Underground Nation. Big salute to Papa Op, who's popping up over here in the chat as well from early. Smash Buttons 1. Shade in the 6. She wants to know, what did the tweet say? Don't worry, we'll pull it up. We'll pull it up. Who else is in the building? I think I mentioned Papa Op. Good evening to Tasha_Latina. What up to Gucci Ghost 33. And yo, man, we got a good crowd that's gonna be popping up. Let me know if you have anything that you want me to talk about in the comments below. Big salute to Diamond Club. That's the sponsors right there. You know what I mean? Popping up in the chat right there. You know what I want to show you guys before I get into the business over here and everything that we got to get into as far as our list of topics? I just want to give you a quick preview once again of a piece of work that I did the other day. I'm very proud of the work I did the other day. But the Belly documentary, it is out now. All right, make sure to run it up. Run it up. A lot of people think of Drake just. Let me find a good part. Let's go to the creation of EXO. The most pivotal moment came for the trio in 2011 while Cash was living in Miami. Then we'll get into our stuff. Marley, aka Hawk XO, was and is a close friend of The Weeknd, working with him on his very early music. He sent Cash some MP3s of The Weeknd's unreleased material that blew Cash's mind.
You know what it is. Check it out. Weeknd.
You look at this 40 snaps.
What's in store?
Cash, living in Miami at this point, decided to jump in his car and drive back to Toronto within 24 hours. This bold move led to a close partnership, with Cash co-managing The Weeknd and co-founding XO Records in 2012 alongside A.W.O.L and Sal, as well as the joint venture with Republic Records. The XO in XO Records stands for ecstasy and oxycodone, reflecting on the dynamic and aesthetic influences of The Weeknd's early music, which often explores themes of drug use, nightlife, and emotional intensity. The term was coined by The Weeknd himself. The label went on to sign Toronto duo 88 Glam and a young South Asian Canadian producer out of Rexdale named Nav. Belly. There's a part actually. Let's do this right here. Just a little bit of this, and then we'll get into our shit. Help fuel the hate even more. They would be at a celebration for Belly where things got messy.
Kazi, yo, I want my money today. Not tomorrow, today.
Not tomorrow, today.
Anything happen today. You could live, you could get $1 million today. Or you could die today.
Kamikaze is a Toronto street rapper from the city's West End with alleged ties to the Vaughan and Oakwood blood gang. Kama had expressed his grievances with Belly and his image on multiple songs, as well as call-ins to Project Bounce.
As well to, you know, see the man who says he's the godfather of Canada. You know what I'm saying? So I came through, you know what I'm saying? And then after I seen Corrupt, like I said, talking to Corrupt, Belly was right there across from me. You know what I'm saying? So I say, yo, I have a question to ask this man because everybody be asking, and I ask myself, like, how is he the godfather of Canadian hip-hop?
It would be at Belly's album release party where Kamikaze and his crew would confront Belly to ask him what he meant by saying he is the godfather of Canada. Y'all remember when Belly was calling himself the godfather of Canada? When he first came out with the whole CP crew, he was like, yo, I'm the godfather of Canada. And I know he wasn't trying to take any shots at Maestro at the time. And big salute to Maestro Fresh West, because to me, that's the godfather of Canada. But at the time, I think he was more kind of going with the whole godfather imagery that he had in his you know, in his promo and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think it was a dig, but a lot of people took offense to that shit. Trust me. This is the incident where Kamikaze's chain would get snatched and tensions were starting to grow in the streets between both crews.
So to be the godfather of Canadian hip hop, you know what I mean? What gives you that title? You know what I mean? His response to that was he beat a $60 million case. So I was like, so that qualifies you to be the godfather of Canadian hip hop. You beat a case, and he's like, oh, look at all what I've done. And that was it there. And I said, all right, I left him. I seen him get a little flustered, you know what I mean? So I left him alone. Cool. When I went back now, I started having drinks with my man. A couple girls came and checked us and whatever we're there having drinks. One of the men when I had a conversation, what I don't know, came and trying to walk through where we were standing. You know what I'm saying? We're standing there. It's not a boy could turn around. About 10 bouncers came running through. You know what I'm saying? In the whole thing, the bouncers came running through targeting us because it's his party. 6 of my homies is out on the patio, and it's just me and about 4 homies right there, and they targeted us now. So now, rather than we're going to attack this man and see what he's really dealing with, but we end up in fighting with bouncers now. And in the fighting with bouncers, I got like 2-3 bouncers on me. All I feel is my chain going down. I'm feeling my neck going down, but I can't even see or to see what's going on. Next thing, my chain popped. When I told the homies my chain popped, things went haywire.
Belly wasn't going to take this disrespect lightly. Yeah. No, it was definitely a crazy time in those times. Big salute to Belly. It took me a while to put this documentary together. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop working on the documentary that I'm working on right now as far as like the whole Canadian hip hop scene and all of the best eras. But I felt like I needed to do a quick little side mission and work on this Belly documentary, maybe get people back into seeing some documentaries over here on the channel before I get into that huge undertaking of finishing the one that I started writing. But yeah, it took me a lot of research even to do this. I made phone calls. It wasn't just, you know, me doing a bunch of Google searching. I made a bunch of phone calls and try to get as much information about Belly from behind the scenes. So big up to Belly and big up to the whole, I was going to say CP Records, but EXO, you know what I'm saying? But before we get into anything, I want to give a quick salute to the sponsors. All right. Big salute to Cans, aka Diamond Club. I seen Diamond Club over there in the chat over there earlier. Hold on, let me put them over there. Bang, bang, bang. Big salute to Diamond Club. They are the carrier of Cans. I got a can right here. You know what I'm saying? The thing is with these cans, they keep the piff super, super fresh. All right. So if you want delivery across Canada or in the GTA, you know, order something from Cans and get the piff sent to your door, freshly delivered. Okay. Besides that, if you go on the Diamond Club page, you can get pens, edibles, all different types of the edibles. Whew, careful with those. You know what I'm saying? Take your time with those. You know what I mean? But make sure to hit up their Instagram page. That's Diamond Club _ Canada 2.0. You could also find them on the Canacans page. That's Canacans _ Canada 1. Use the code We Love Hip Hop on the website and get yourself a little discount. You know what I mean? Also, if you want some of that, if you want something from the people in my people in Ottawa, actually, let me do this first. If you want some grabber, okay, you want to mix up some grabber with that right there. I got a big ass jar from my homies at Real Hot Grabber, okay? Real Hot Grabber got some super hot grabber and different ways of the grabber, right? They got the grabber packs, you know what I'm saying? As well as like grabber shakers, okay? Get some delivery from them. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Real Hot Grabber, and they'll get a delivery right to your door. You know what I'm saying? It's hot. Trust me, it's hot. Last but not least, I want to give a big salute to Only Loud. Okay, Only Loud for my people in Ottawa. If you want some piffity piff, they got their own blend as well as a bunch of different legacy blends under their umbrella, like Astro Pink. I think they just got a pack from Sixpence the other day. Okay, they got same day delivery in Ottawa, same day delivery in the GTA. If you want to hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Only Loud Canada. You could also find them on their Snapchat, onlyloud.ca, and that's the same for Telegram. You know what I mean? Gang, let's get to it. Big salute. Oh, go on the 7 days a week website also for the people at Diamond Club. Okay, 7 days a week. That's the place that you can find the Diamond Club page. You can see their menu over there, and also make sure to hit that We Love Hip Hop code to get the discount. Gang, we got a lot of things to address. Before we even get into anything as far as the tweet and all of the other things that I mentioned on the list, I want to apologize to you guys for the other day with the interview that I was supposed to have with Lil Brazy 30 or 30s. Okay, Lil Brazy 30 was supposed to do an interview with me last Saturday or Friday night, if I'm not mistaken. He hit me up. I didn't hit him up. I think he's seen a clip of us reacting to his viral clip on our YouTube page. And he hit me up. He said, yo, let's do an interview. I said, sure, I'll interview this kid. I seen him on No Jumper doing his thing. I think he's out of Utah, if I'm not mistaken. So, boom. I scheduled it. I said, yo, let's do a pre-recorded on Friday night. I'll put it out in a couple of weeks. He said, nah, bro, I want to go live. I said, bet. Next thing you know, I had the live set up for the people who popped up on the live the other day. Thank you to everybody who popped up. We were waiting. I waited about half an hour, sent him a DM saying, you know, what's going on, bro? Are we still doing this? And I still haven't received a response up to now. Okay. I don't know what's going on with homeboy. I wasn't like holding my breath to interview some kid who just went viral just because he looks like the Bobby Hill kid from King of the Hill. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I care about what's going on with the Canadian music scene. I do fuck with people in the American music scene, but it's not pressing business to me, especially when it's somebody who went viral just because he looks like a white guy who says the word nigga. What we would have found out if we did the interview, and I think y'all probably might have seen it from the No Jumper interviews as well, is that he has a black father. That's why he could get away with saying the N-word. And everybody has all this shock, like, oh my God, he's saying the N-word. Like, he's got a black dad, okay? This doesn't mean that he's a good rapper. I think we need to really distinguish between good rappers and people who are able to go viral, okay? Obviously, when you see somebody who looks like him, a little fat, pudgy, round ball looking, Bobby Hill looking in the face type of nigga, that, you know, you're going to be like, all right, what's this kid got to say? And then when he starts talking about how he's a damu and he's going to shoot you in the face and shoot you in the neck and blah, 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 then it's like, ooh, shock value. Does it necessarily mean that he's spitting bars? Hell no. We are reacting. We're all shocked. Oh my God, look, oh my God, the white kid's rapping. But you're going to tell me that this kid has got good bars? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's really, really, really be real. You know what I'm saying? But I did see something because I think he might be in crash out mode right now. And then we'll get into the real stories here. Because trust me, Lil Brazy 30 is not a real story. We'll never count that into the real story category. Let me just go into my stories on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Friday Ricky Dread. And my last story, I think, would have been this right here. Okay, so this is Adam22 posting in his stories, and he says, if I die, it was Lil Brazy. Lil Brazy says, quit making clickbait titles, Adam. I ain't laughing. Don't make me bounce out the load. Pause. Is that like, hold on, gang. Is that code word for we're gonna shoot you in the head or something like that? I don't know. It's whack. Oh, you think it's a game? Oh, you think it's a game? All right, Mr. Grand Mason. So Adam has been warned. No clickbait titles. I don't know if this has. Oh, Stolo. Okay, Gucci Go says the Stolo. Let me make sure I put the comments on the screen. Hold on. My bad. Let me make sure the comments are popping up on the screen. Diamond Club says kids like this are a sign that Jesus is coming back. Facts. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe this has some kind of correlation to why he didn't do the interview with me. He might be having what do you call it? Buyer's remorse about doing the interview with Adam22, and now he's getting clickbait titles because I would have done the same thing, broski. Like, hold on. I'm clickbaiting the hell out of the titles if I'm posting some clips on this kid too. So sorry, I don't know. I might be reaching, but yeah. If you do see this, broski, maybe we could work it out. Don't worry about all that other shit about me saying that you're shit. Come on, gang. These guys, when they rap, right? Like a lot of these YNs, they know that they're not good rappers. We know this, right? Or are we the only ones who know this and they're not aware that they're not good rappers? We're just entertained by the fuckery. Let me know, gang, because sometimes I know that level of delusion. I used to be an artist myself. There's that level of delusion that people will have, like, yo, man, my shit is fire. And a lot of these guys run around like going viral. Because they go viral, they're like, yo, my shit is fire. Not knowing that, no, we're just entertained. It doesn't mean that your shit is hot. Right? Am I the only one who thinks that like I would say maybe 65% of a lot of these rapper shit is caca? Let me know. One in the chat. If you think like 60, the new gen, and I'm not talking about like over the years, and I'm not talking about the heavyweights and stuff like that, but a lot of the new gen of rappers are shit rappers. Doesn't mean that they don't make good music. Okay? Let's have a distinction right here. Because a lot of people who have the ability to make a good song, it doesn't mean you're a good rapper. You might be making a good song and you rap, but your raps are complete garbage. The hook is great, the beat is great, and you did your thing on the beat, but you're a bad rapper. You feel me? I can't be the only one who feels this way. Anthony Young says, most Toronto music isn't people hating. The reason they are getting put on is just trash. Yeah, if you want to put it in the Toronto sense, yeah, there's a lot of guys who their music's just okay, or their raps are just okay. Their music could be good as hell, but their raps are just okay. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you put it in the standards of, not back in the day standards, I'm talking about the standards of a good MC in 2025. A Kendrick Lamar, a Drake, give me some more names. Conway the Machine. There's a bunch of guys, Ray Vaughn, all these guys who are good rappers. Joey Badass, they're actually good rappers. They make good songs, and they're also good rappers too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a thing of, oh, you know, back in the days when guys were rappity rap rappers. No, there's a lot of good. J. Cole, amazing rapper. You know what I'm saying? Benny the Butcher, thank you, amazing rapper. But there's a lot of rappers these days that they're viral. They make good songs. But if you were to take in their raps, it's like bibble blabble, man. These guys don't even write their shit down. They go and punch in the booth. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even have a coherent thought pattern that goes down through the whole 16 bars. Their ADHD minds are all just like, oh, well, you know, this is the first thought in my first 2 bars, and then the second 2 bars I thought about this, and then this fourth you know, bars 6 and 7 I thought about this. Like, they're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? No Face, No Case says Boldy James. Facts. There's a lot of good rappers out there, but then there's a plethora of shit rappers who are viral as hell, including Lil Brazy. You know what I'm saying? Who else was in here? Some boys need to make hits. Most Toronto rappers can't. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Salute to it's Matt Alexander. Lucky 187 says Brizzle La Musica. Yo, salute to Brizzle La Musica. That nigga could rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about he doesn't have a lot of songs because you got to be able to hit both categories. Like Jay-Z, able to make hits and able to rap. Same thing with Kendrick Lamar, able to make hits and able to rap. You know what I'm saying? Drake, able to make hits and able to rap. Bearhead03 says, what about your music Friday? Where are your hits? I have no hits. This is why I am a podcaster, not a rapper anymore. Ta-da! I don't know what you thought you was going to do, but yeah, if you were going to say, yo, your raps are trash. Okay, sure. Are they as trash as 85% of the rappers that are rapping now? Fuck no. I will say back in my time, for the level of lyricism that we had back in my day, I might not have been the best rapper in the out of the Adam Bombs and Tonas and all these extra lyrically proficient ass niggas. But compared to these niggas, I'll rap circles around these niggas these days. You're crazy. Crazy. And I know I had bars. I ain't even playing myself. But anyhow, enough about me. Let's get to the topics. So, I went viral. I didn't mean to go viral. I made a tweet. And where should I start with the tweet? I guess I'll start on Twitter. I made a tweet and automatically the tweet started getting, actually the tweet was sitting up for about 2 days and nobody said shit. And then all of a sudden, the tweet started to float around and everybody started putting names on the bullet, no, figuratively, okay? So here we go. I said, I see a lot of Toronto rappers running to U.S. platforms before @welovehiphop TO, thinking that's going to get them lit. They end up getting the lowest views on the American Creators channel ever. If you come to We Love Hip Hop, you'll get triple the views and the Americans will see you anyway. Anyway. I didn't put no names on this shit. I said what I said. I kept it moving. All right? Even if you see the date on the tweet, this is the 23rd. We're the 25th today. So 2 days ago, exactly. 166 views. It's not even a hot tweet. It's not even one of my hot ones. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right, I'm going to just keep it moving. I ain't going to lie. I did post it in my stories a little bit on the Friday Ricky Dread stories as well as the We Love Hip Hop stories. And all of a sudden it picked up steam. And a lot of people started associating a certain rapper with my tweets. Okay, so I'll start. Who do I start with? Let's go to Vegas. Let's go to Vegas's page. Salute to man like Vegas. So where is the tweet? Here we go.
Keep talking, think it's a joke. But it talking what?
Right? They put Sav's music right underneath this shit. Like, holy. So it says Friday Ricky Dread, all wrongly spelled. And listen, I'm going to be civil. All right? Salute to GTV. But you guys can see my name in the tweet right here. And it's not somebody else's tweet. It's me. So I'm spelling my own name right. Why spell it wrong? You're just doing it on purpose, man. Okay, so Friday Ricky Dread with some words for the Canadian artist getting interviewed by platforms in the States. Does he have a point? And they actually pull this from Reddit. Okay, so we can go over to Reddit and see what they're saying over on the Reddit. Because, you know, on Reddit, they loved it over there. They loved it over there on Reddit. Let's see if we can find this shit. It might be near the top since, you know, I'm known to get a little bit of hate over here. Let's see what we can find. Low-key, I was talking about Savv, but I wasn't only talking about Savv. Okay, here's the tweet here. There we go. See, here's the Reddit. Trying to start shit. Friday Ricky Dread sneak disses on Savv4x. It's not just Savv4x I'm talking about. Okay? If the cap fits, wear it then. Okay? If people feel that if it was about Savv4x, and like I did say, yes, Savv4x is included in there. But he's not the only one. All right? We got multiple artists. I've been trying to get an interview with Killy for years. If I was Adam 22 hollering at him again, he'd be there in 2 seconds. Top 5. He's pulled up to my studio and didn't do an interview. Said, yo, bro, I got to get the Gucci fit and whatever. And then we come back and I'll have 100 niggas behind me and we'll do it properly. But he'll go sit by himself with this bitch from the UK and jump on Aiden Stream's live stream, Aiden Ross's live stream in a second. So they're all guilty. There's a bunch of, yo, let me show you something. I have like 3 presser interviews. But my first presser interview took me a minute, fam. I was asking Suit of Mr. 365, I was asking him for a minute. Yo, let me get an interview with presser. This is early times. This is 2019 times. You know what I'm saying? And the channel was on fire, like brand new on fire, right? Yo, let me get that presser interview. Yeah, soon forward. Never fucking happened. This nigga gets signed to Sony Records. Cool. Next thing you know, because I talked to the labels, right? I talked to all 3 of the major labels, Sony, Warner, and Universal reps. Somebody hollered at me from Sony. Would you like to interview presser? I said, there's a beer shit in the woods. Okay, boom. Next thing you know, I'm interviewing presser. He's in LA. He's popping up on the screen. They basically had to tell him, this is on your itinerary, nigga. Go do We Love Hip Hop. So they're all guilty. It's not a, oh, yo, I'm gonna get at Savv. But at the same time, what up with that, Savv? I've been talking to this nigga behind the scenes here and there. Let's get this interview going. I've been asking this nigga for an interview from time, G. We've been championing Savv4x and the East movement, the Team East movement from time, G. Going hard in the paint. Like, yo, salute to DJ Czar. Anytime I bring up those guys, he's ready to go on for like half an hour about the shit. And I fuck with it. Because Clippers, banger. It's not even because, yo, I'm supporting the man because they're from here. No, I actually like their music. I actually like Savv's music. I actually like 100 OTD, all those guys' music. You know what I'm saying? But if we're going to have conversations and be like, yo, let's get an interview popping, and it's like, I got to be put on purgatory. But when the white man cuck nigga from LA hollers at you and says, yo, let's do an interview, niggas run. So if I'm going to make the tweet, it is what it is. Croc said OVO artists. Don't even get me started on them niggas, bro. Salute to Smiley. We got an interview that's going to be coming up just now. Him and I have been speaking behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But it's not even like a begging thing like, yo, man, them, please pull up on me. Fam, we interview people every week, okay? So it's not even like if I don't get to interview 1 to 2 rappers out of the scene that the We Love Hip Hop network has just gone down the drain. It is what it is. But it just shows really where you guys' priorities lie when it comes to just this scene, period. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hate on mans for trying to go to bigger platforms. Duh, that's what you're supposed to do. But never forget the platforms that help to get you guys popping in the first place. Okay? I ain't gonna say that we made y'all popping. I'm saying help to get y'all popping. Because it takes the blogs, it takes the podcast, it takes everybody all together to get a rapper popping. Not just a rapper having good music. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Burrow Sounds, aka man like DJ Czar. Says, do you feel Savv maxed out Toronto and feels like he needs to expand? Same ways, he should just do both. Hey, he could feel that he maxed out the Toronto scene. When has he done an interview with the Toronto man? Period. Let's keep it real. Okay? And we don't have to keep it on Savv. When's the last time you seen Killy pull up on a Toronto nigga and do an interview? So what, niggas is too good for your own city? Is that how it is, fam? Oh, niggas, I won't even say get rich and switch. Get a little bit of clout and switch. I eat that thing. Trust me, fam. I'm not gonna spend super long on it because it's not like I said, it is what it is. One nigga not doing an interview with me doesn't break my shit. Okay. I've been waiting for a top 5 interview from time. I'll tell you one thing when it comes to all of these guys. We fuck around and get a viral piece of content that does 1 million views. It doesn't even have to be an interview. It could just be us having a conversation, DJ Czar, Dusty Wallace, and I having a debate about something, and that goes 1 million views. All these niggas is gonna be like, yo, so fam, when's my interview though, dog? Oh, I see the mans them did 1 million views on an interview, but mans them ain't have me on the show yet. Yeah. Okay. So okay, we good. Woo! I thought I lost the Wi-Fi for a second. Like I said, I will leave it there. Oh shit, for a second, right? Hold on. The take was getting too hot, bro. He said the take was too hot, man. Holy. Oh, listen, I said what I said. Now the comments are just doing what they want to do. Y'all, like I've said over and over again, y'all smarter than me. America doesn't care about our rappers, and our rappers don't care for our rap or for our media. Vicious cycle. Yo, you know how many? Listen, I had people DM me today like, yo, you know what? Who cares? You never talked about the crook on your show. I'm like, stupid. We just talked about him 2 times in the last week. You just don't watch our YouTube videos. Well, that's why the man them never rate you. I never rate you anyway, Friday. You'll suck my dick. I don't care who don't rate me individually. All right? as long as the audience who does rate what we do respects what we do because we work hard and put out content on a daily basis, that's who I care about. The niggas who don't like what we do, suck my dick. Trust me. All right, and go tap into the Belly documentary. But rappers included. If you don't like what I do, suck. Don't pull up then. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times, like, yo, niggas will come on or watch the show, like interviews, or do an interview with me, but don't like when they get into the news. So I understand there's a lot of niggas who don't like me. Guess what? Suck. Anyhow, let's move on. What else is on my list here? Oh, actually, let's get into the Savv4x interview. Let's pull it up here. Let's go to the No Jumper channel and pull up the Savv4x interview and do a quick reaction. Apparently, there's a few clips. Big salute to Savv4x. Okay, I rate the move that he's been making. He made a move over to the United States. I'm glad that he could actually get into the States, because the problem with a lot of the artists that we have over here, myself included, is that we can't even get across the border. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me read a few of these comments before we move on. Joyful Zen says, much props to Drake because he always repped Toronto and Memphis and his American roots and his dad. I think Drake has a good balancing act. Yeah, that's all well and dandy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Drake needs to do a pull-up also. Okay? Because when Drake is ready to go talk, he'll talk to Ack. You know, he'll get Aiden Ross to come over and do a stream at his crib. And listen, I'm not taking anything away from what Drake has done for the city. I'm never doing that. But when it comes to collabo time, I'll give him this. He pulled up on the XQC nigga. The XQC guy is from Quebec. Okay? Bearhead03 says, why do you deserve these interviews, though? You tell me, bro. Because I'm not going to sit here and list off my pedigree or the amount of interviews that we've had or all of the different shit. Like, fam, like, that speaks for itself. You tell me why we don't deserve the interviews. Why don't you do that? You know what I'm saying? Give me those reasons of why not. This nigga David said put in more work. You're trolling. You put in more work, bro. I dare you to even think about putting in more work than me, fam. Get the fuck out of here. Anyhow, we're moving on. But yeah, salute to Savv4x. I'm gonna go pull up this interview right over here. Let's see if we can go on No Jumper and find this interview. How does rock today? Let's do this. Savv4x No Jumper. So how many clips are we in here now? There's a clip from yesterday. God damn. Clip from 2 days ago. I'm going to react to the clips. But y'all see what I'm talking about, though. Do you guys see what I'm talking about, though? All right. I'll leave it there.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I'm having a sit down with one of the hottest up and coming rappers out of Toronto right now. We got Savv4x in the building. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Hell yeah. Hyped to be doing this. This is your first ever interview, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, I'm excited. It's pretty much an honor because I feel like you're definitely going places. You got some really good music.
Appreciate that.
Definitely. So, yeah, let's take it right from the beginning before we get into everything you got going on these days. You're from Malvern, which is like a subsection of Toronto?
Yeah, Scarborough.
Okay. Yeah, what was it like? What kind of environment is this?
Well, any other environment, I guess.
I'm not. You see what the thing is that irks me when it comes to some of these interviews when it comes to American creators? It's not their fault. They don't have the geographical, education of the area to be able to be like, oh, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? What about this? How was it in this area? Like, they're coming completely from the outside, and that's all good too. But it's like, bro, sometimes it's cringe to me.
Not crazy, but like, still got your shit, you know?
Okay. So were you seeing some wild stuff take place from an early age, or was it pretty tame?
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. But it was like pretty normal for the most part.
Okay. Because a lot of people, like, even in LA, we kind of talk about Toronto like it's just one of these really crazy cities where we're always hearing wild tales coming out there, kind of like Chicago or Philly or whatever.
Yeah. Toronto's definitely one of those cities, but it's more like really who like you surround yourself with. There's good and bad people everywhere, you know?
Definitely. But did you feel like you were surrounded by a lot of negative influences from a young age, or was it kind of like your choice?
Sure. I guess.
Yo, those pauses are crazy. I wonder if he's hot over there. Mind you, they probably have a very well air-conditioned studio, but LA is probably hot around this time too. But Adam got the full fit hoodie fit too, so it's probably cool as hell in there.
Yeah, I know. Because like you see how you said it's your choice, it's more like something like that.
Okay.
You're not really forced to like do much, but like circumstances, you know, kind of force you to do certain things.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people
I wouldn't say force you to do certain things, like force you into a certain direction. Is more what I would say.
I mean, I've seen every version of this, I feel like, on the podcast over the years, from like dudes who were totally normal kids and then they had something bad happen to somebody that they loved and they just became a completely different person in a very short period of time.
Like that, like losing people early, just going through the same regular shit everybody, like other people go through, you know?
So far, so good. I ain't mad at it.
Definitely. What kind of kid would you say that you were?
Me? Well, I'd say like for the most part, I was a good kid. I was.
You know what keeps on getting blanked out? The word fuck. It's Toronto rappers or Toronto man's favorite introduction to a sentence. Yo, so where'd you grow up, bro? Fuck. Grew up in, downtown still. So, what was it like for you when you graduated high school? Fuck. It's like,
Yeah. A good kid. But like,
as somebody who edits videos, trust me, it's work.
Fucking. Yes, sir.
Okay. What kind of kid would you say that you were growing up at a young age?
For the most part, I was a good kid. But like, circumstances change certain, like,
Did you have your mom and your dad in your life?
Yeah, I know. Because like my pops is around, but not as much as he should have been,
Okay.
That was mostly mom.
Okay. And you have brothers and sisters?
Yo, why do I feel uncomfortable?
Yeah. I got two older brothers. I have one on my dad's side and one on my mom.
Okay. And did you feel like they were a big factor in your upbringing?
Oh, for sure. Cause my older brother is like, he was my pops at a point. Like he taught me everything I know, And then like when I was like 15, 16, he passed away. So that super affected my life.
Okay.
Like that's when everything kind of changed, Script completely flipped.
Hold on. Yo, Underground Nation. That's hilarious. Underground Nation says Friday, trust me. I was too. It sounds like he's replying to the police. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I should answer that question. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by where did I grow up?
Really? Okay.
Are you a narc?
So yeah, I mean, would you say that you were like pretty much a totally straight-laced normal kid up to that point? Did you
Like,
start
it
getting in
depends on what you
trouble
call
yet?
normal, because you see, like, if you go around, like, they say, I don't know if you know Canada like that. Like, if you put me with like a fucking some kid from Bay Area or some shit, they wouldn't look at the shit that I look at as normal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like I don't want to say like I had the craziest upbringing, because my childhood is normal for the most part, you know? But like, there's definitely some shit that you would look at like, whoa.
Do you have one memory in particular, aside from your brother losing his life, which is when you were like 15, so you're kind of older, but do you have a memory when you were younger where that stands out to you as you kind of having this realization of like, oh, this isn't just a regular place. There's crazy shit that happens here.
Also, don't get it twisted, okay? As far as my previous segment about the whole American creators or whatever. No matter what I've said about Adam in the past, Adam is a great interviewer. Adam does his thing. You know what I'm saying? We might not agree with all of his choices as far as him and his wife and all of the different wild shit that goes on in his life and on that platform. But as far as what Adam does, I'm never going to take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? Honita Wolf said, nah, that's crap. He has a different style, but he gets these guys to snitch on themselves crazy. I'm not saying that that Savv does that in this interview, and I didn't get a chance to even watch it to know. But for him to be able to get all of these artists to just spill their guts like that, he does have to have a skill to interviewing and being able to get people to divulge information. It's an art form. It's okay. Let me show you something. It's the pause style. It's like he'll do this. He'll ask the question, and then he'll just stare at you. Like, so you're gonna answer that or not?
To you as you kind of having this realization of like, oh, this isn't just a regular place. There's crazy shit that happens here.
See that?
Little dumb shit like. That's a good example. There's so much shit I could say, but I'm trying to.
See, I had to check. I had to check to see if, like, yo, is a YouTube on? No, it's still running. You know what I mean? Is my Wi-Fi working? No, my Wi-Fi is working. It's just the pauses are so crazy. That was like a 4-second pause.
There's so much shit I could say, but I'm trying to like think like. That's a good example. There's so much shit I could say, but I'm trying to like think.
Yo, what the fuck is going on? Holy shit, man.
Like,
you have like a lot of different filters in your brain.
Yeah, like I don't want to say nothing too crazy.
Right.
Yo, he's got Savv paranoid to talk, bro. He's just looking into them white blue eyes and he's saying, yo, this reminds me of being at the cop station, man. I don't like the way this makes me feel, man.
I guess I could say like how like the other kids were around me, like certain shit was normal to us. We were like 10, 11 smoking weed, and 13 stealing cars and shit, dumb shit like that.
Really? And was it like older dudes putting you on how to do something like steal a car? Or?
No, not really. Because you see, like, I see like a lot of these like American hoods, niggas have like big homies and shit like that. It's not like that in Canada. It's a bunch of little niggas running wild.
Really?
It's no structure at all. That's why it turns out the way it does, you know?
So you feel
that's facts.
Like dudes, by the time they're 30 or whatever, they're not really involved with any of the street stuff in the same way usually?
No, there is for sure, but like niggas don't do enough to earn that title.
Hold on, I gotta read this comment here. Braz_84 says, hands crossed, man's mentally protecting himself from these questions. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I learned this also in school, where when somebody has their arms crossed, it's like it's kind of like a defense mechanism. It's like, I'm not really trying to open up too much to you. You know what I'm saying? It's a body language thing. You feel me? What's this guy saying? Canadian M says there's a girl from Parkdale saying USA there, eh? Okay, bring her forward, bro. Stop spamming my chat, goofy. Weirdo. You know what? I need to get a moderator for my chat. 1 second, gang. 1 second, gang. We need to block somebody from the channel. Bye-bye, sir. If anybody wants to be a mod, let me know.
No, like big homie. Like you're just one of the older guys, I guess.
Definitely when we talk to like younger dudes from Chicago or some shit, that's like one thing that they find super weird about LA, that there's like 50-year-old dudes that are still like kind of consumed by gang shit, street shit, that's just like a huge part of their personality still. Like they expect dudes to kind of let that go by the time they get to a certain age.
Yeah. I don't know, if you make it away, you make it away. If you don't, then you gotta do it. You gotta do it, right?
Okay, let's find another clip here. Respectfully, this clip is kind of fucking boring. Maybe that's what it is, man. Maybe that's what it is. Let's do this clip here. Toronto, you can't really rap if you're not from a hood. Interesting. Let's see what they're saying over here.
From my city, fucking YG, J5. He's like, yo, get your shit on this show, kid. I'll show you how to work it, all sorts.
Salute to YG.
This guy ended up doing that for me. We fucking dropped that one song. After I dropped that, Studio Legends, the platform Toronto, they do like open mics and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They hit me, they're like, yo, we want to do your first music video. And then we just went from there. Shot the video. It did numbers. So I shot another one that did numbers too. And it just kept going from there, you know?
Damn. So this was all starting when? Like last year or at what point?
Yeah, a little year ago, like last summer.
Damn.
I don't even think it hasn't even been, I don't think it's been a full year yet. Just about to be a full year? Yeah, it hasn't been a full year yet.
So what do you do with that energy and that excitement? Are you like, okay, I'm just going to go super hard and start recording all the time, start dropping music, etc.?
I try to keep up with the, what's the word I'm looking for right now?
Good point. As far as the title of this video, and big salute to the one and only, says Drake's not from the hood, and he's doing well in my eyes. I'm just saying. Yeah, because the title of this video, in Toronto, you can't really rap if you're not from a hood. I understand where that sentiment comes from because most of the hood rappers get a lot of the promotion, a lot of the getting reposted on the blogs for fuckery and stuff like that. Like, for example, Savv4x, he's been posted a bunch of times, people trying to put drills on this nigga. Like, yo, is that you? This you? Well, you know those videos. This you? With him popping up out of a car. Pop, 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 pop. This you? Like, bro, I would hate to have somebody sending me videos like, yo, this you? And it's me shooting somewhere. Like, nah, bro.
Huh? No, not consistency. I
you want to keep up with the fans, right? Like the enthusiasm.
I disagree with that. Comment gang strong. Saber Genesis says, only the hood stuff gets spins. The hood stuff don't really get that much spins. Radio-wise, like Ricochet will look out and spin some of the hood man's music. But in the clubs, certain guys whose songs have gotten to a certain level will get play, but it's dangerous to play a Toronto hoodman song in the club over here if you're a DJ. You know what I'm saying? That, like, Pressa is like the exception because Pressa has blown up to a point where he surpassed just being one of the Toronto hoodmans. But like, even if you were playing attachment at certain points, niggas is telling the DJ, turn that off or else. So these niggas will get a lot of traction, whether it's online or through all of our Instagram pages and YouTubes and stuff like that. But as far as getting spun in the club, they made it hard for themselves to even get spins in their own city in the club because it's an opting. If they're playing Clippers in the club, then my voice just cracked like crazy. If they're playing Clippers in the club, then they're gonna have to play the song for Push Keys too, or else. I didn't make these rules. Y'all niggas made the rules. Y'all made it this way. And trust me, I've spoken to a multitude of DJs who are like, "Yo, niggas is on my neck, bro." They're like, "Yo, why you even playing that, fam? Who you try to disrespect?" And it's like, niggas like, "Bro, no, it was a request. Sorry, it was somebody's birthday." It's like, damn.
They have. You want to come through with music to keep them satisfied?
Yeah, there was a word I was looking for, but I can't remember it. That type of shit though.
Definitely. So how's that start changing your life? Like, did you make a decision at that point that you needed to kind of take a step back on any criminal activity that you were doing?
Everybody around me did. Like, I wasn't when I'll say, like, this is the first time we went to New York a couple months ago, and fucking, 10K reached out to me and shit.
Oh, really?
The man number more like, yeah, like, we're not even letting you do anything. Like, I'm fucking real life arguing with my homies about shit now. Like, you can't do this no more. We don't want you over here at this time or in these places,
Right.
I like where this is like this. This is the third clip so far. So, he's gotten more comfortable at this point of the interview. I think they're releasing the clips in chronological order as well. So at this point of the interview, he seems more relaxed. So we good now.
Everybody kind of got serious around the same time. So I used to say that's good.
I mean, Toronto seems like it's had a bunch of rappers who are kind of on the verge of becoming big, and then their street activities ended up getting in the way of that.
And that's exactly what we don't want over here. Why there's so many people on my side that's like, yo, like, kind of just have to chill.
Right.
And I feel like it's more on the people too, because, like, if you really want to do some shit, you're going to go do it. Like, you have to kind of, like, train yourself to not want to go do certain things no more. Like, kind of tell yourself it's not worth it.
Right. You have to be able to turn down sort of short-term money.
See, I like where the conversation is right now. And he's spitting game right now too. You know what I'm saying? This is the Savv in full form that I like to see.
You need to be able to appreciate the long-term value of your career.
Yeah, not even money. I'm telling you, these guys out here crashing for free.
Right. And that too. That you got a problem with somebody, you kind of got to be willing to handle it in a different way. Or
like, I still have problems with shit like that. Like, I try to tell myself, for the most part, like, yeah, this shit's not worth it. And I do good at it. It's like sometimes, like, I even see myself slipping. It's hard, but it could be.
Yeah, I hear what he's saying too, because even more recently he posted something on his Instagram page. I doubt it's still up. It was a story that he had posted, and he was still dissing ops. You know what I'm saying? Underground Nation, what are you saying? That man said that that they talked about Dope Boy and all that in here. What do y'all say to the Chromas? What? Leave Chromas alone, man. Chromas ain't do nothing, man. Somebody just asked you what happened to Chromas. Leave her easy on Chromas. Don't jump on Chromas head top like that, yo. Holy shit, man. She's chilling. I'm sure I see her on Instagram. She's posting. She's living her life. She dropped a music video the other day. Obviously, nobody was really ever tapping into Chromas for the music, bro. Niggas was watching her music videos on mute. So she's aight, okay? Go subscribe to her OF if you want to see what she's doing.
You done?
Well, I mean, in addition to that, you've got your pre-existing issues with whoever from before you get into the rap and shit. And then once you get into the rap and shit, then that makes you a bigger target for people who want to talk about you and kind of use you as a way to get attention, right?
Sure. It's bad.
That's been a big issue for you, that it's just like, oh shit, people are just kind of dragging me into.
They're coming out of fucking nowhere. Savv this, Savv that. Like, I kind of expected it,
Right.
It's not really like out of the ordinary. No, I got used to certain shit, so I don't even care for that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and you're kind of on the very beginning of it. Like, there are people making YouTube little documentaries and stuff talking about people you got.
Somebody said Adam did his homework. Adam's pretty tapped in on the Toronto scene. I'll give him that. He's pretty tapped in on the Toronto scene. Salute to Remo. Remo helps with their. I think he actually handles their social media stuff, but he's also very, very tapped into the Toronto scene. A lot of the stuff that goes viral over here that we post, they're posting same time in real time. They'll even take posts from my page, low key, and keeps it solid.
Got issues with, but
Yeah,
it hasn't fully cracked off.
There's one video I seen. There's some rap beef between me and I don't even want to say his name.
Right.
But fucking, I know that's probably the video. See, that is so false.
Really?
Like the only fucking thing I can say is probably true is like I started rapping on house arrest. I'm from this area. Da, da, da.
Okay.
But the song shit, that wasn't even what it was.
Because yeah, I mean, like there's basically like a shooting.
Here comes the Fed question. He didn't mention his the other guys. I see what he did right there.
Because yeah,
like the only fucking thing I can say is probably true is like I started rapping on house arrest. I'm from this area. Da, da, da.
Okay.
But the song shit, that wasn't even what it was.
Because yeah, I mean, like there's basically like a shooting that took place with somebody, and that video is kind of trying to say that the problems between you and another rapper are based on the shooting. But when I was watching it, I was kind of thinking that is like there's nothing in this video that really tells me that the shooting was actually related to. I kind of have to take your word for it, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers kind of get by on that of like, oh,
them some fat ass questions right there. But hey, I ain't mad at it.
Well, nobody knows if this is real or not. Like I could just kind of say,
I have nothing to do with that. She'll tell you that one.
Really? Okay. So that
nice. Good one, Savv. Good one, Savv. See that? That's question foo right there. You know what I'm saying? He's media trained right there. Whew. Slid out of that one neatly. Oh. Adam's still shooting though.
That one with I'm not gonna say his name now, I guess, but that was like that's more of a purely musical thing, or is that a pre-existing tension?
I guess you could say there's pre-existing tension, but like I don't know. I wouldn't call it a music thing because they're not like making diss tracks back and forth. Like even some of these songs are made at different times. Like the person that they're talking about passed away. Like a lot of the songs that they're playing, saying that we're going back and forth, were made after he died, so it made no sense. You know what I mean?
Really?
They just say anything, trying to kind of like make their own story up with shit. Like I see it a lot too, like on Reddit, go in there, read stories, and it's like, when the fuck did this happen?
I never been on like a Canada-centric Reddit, but for sure, I look at.
You've never been on a Canada-centric Reddit? You're tripping, broski. What do y'all think about the way he answered that question right there? He didn't say no names. He found a way to answer the question and kind of put it more on the audience than the man themselves. He didn't say anything incriminating. These are just my opinions. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that he answered that question. If I was going to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give that an 8.5 on the answer right there. You feel me? Underground Nation failed? Why? You're a tough critic, bro. Holy shit, man. It's not like he was like, nah, fuck them niggas over there, or over there at Orton Park. And, when I see these guys and, True say the man them were sliding on them. Like, he didn't say anything crazy. I got, what happened was nothing like that. He just said, the internet, you know what I'm saying? He paused for a certain amount of time, thought about his answer, then just shoot from the hip. I ain't mad at it. Hold on, could I rewind it? Did I miss something?
But these songs are made at different times. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a music thing because they're not like making.
The pause is what kills me. Adam's like, so all you need is a spotlight on this nigga, like right there on his face. You know what I'm saying? Right there, big spotlight.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it a music thing because they're not like making diss tracks back and forth. Like even some of these songs are made at different times. Like the person that they're talking about passed away. Like a lot of the songs that they're playing, saying that we're going back and forth, were made after he died. So it made no sense. You know what I mean?
Really?
They just say anything, trying to kind of like make their own story up and shit. Like I see it a lot too, like on Reddit, go in there, read stories, and it's like, when the fuck did this happen?
I never been on like a Canada-centric Reddit, but for sure, I look at Chirac-ology.
Okay. In my opinion, he answered the question. He did do a little bit, a little bit too much. Like, don't explain too much, but I think he explained it just enough. You know what I'm saying? He was about to over-explain.
So is that the vibe in Canada, that like every different hood or every different areas kind of got like their rappers that they're pushing and that they're trying to get behind?
Yeah. Like me and these guys were just talking about this the other day. This guy asked me, he's like, yo, do you think you can rap and not be from a hood if you're in Toronto? I don't think it's possible still. Like,
You're saying 5 is live right now? Hold on. I'll keep on playing this. Well, I'll do a look in the background.
Stealing man's ass is, where's this guy from?
Right.
What's he do? Is look at dumb little shit like that. And almost everybody rapping from Toronto is from a neighborhood or their own little, like,
What if you were making music that was like not street oriented at all? If you're fucking Bruno Mars, maybe you could pull that off, right?
That's so hard. Especially where I'm from, because everybody in my city, they work against each other. Nobody we don't really work together. I notice that.
Really? Even though Toronto's kind of like the underdog in terms of rap,
you are capping.
It's like,
unless he's live on Instagram.
Previous to Drake, nobody was even really thinking of Canada as having cities that could really hold their own in rap in competition with other cities and stuff. But then I feel like Toronto's kind of earned that. But then at the same time, now there's just so much like infighting and people who are just against each other. And
yeah, it's been like that forever, bro. My city's fueled off of hate. Honest to God. Like, I feel like it's so weird myself why you don't even really see me collab with other rappers from my city for that reason. Like, people are so quick to just like do the weirdest shit. I don't like none of that shit. That internet shit, fucking, it's weird.
Okay, I think we could leave that there. How many parts are we in here right now? We got 3 parts so far. I will say, as far as like the views on these clips, they're tanking. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. The view counts on these clips are tanking. I'll tell you a couple of reasons why. It's not because the interview's trash. I don't think the interview's trash at all. And Savv is an amazing rapper. He's one of my preferred rappers in the city right now. But when it comes to look at this guy right here, R&B Fobob, he's doing the same. So it's not. I don't think it's a Savv4x thing only. Even though in comparison to, I guess, some of these other clips, look at this guy, Ali Sadiq. Yo, these guys are down bad. Mind you, it is lower than some of their average views. Like, okay, the 4 Extras clip right here, 4 Extras and 607 Unk, they argue. This is the shit that made 607 Unk quit. That has 317,000 views. 13,000, which is okay. It's actually doing better than some of their other clips. So as far as having the lowest on the No Jumper channel, as far as their recent videos, I'll even say that's not even true. No Jumper is just down bad, period. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to some of the other clips, sure, it might have some lower views, but not really. Not really. Okay, so I'll take that part back for sure. I'm always here to, I'm always good with standing corrected. right? Like this Lil Brazy 30 interview did okay, 25,000 views. But I ain't trying to be that guy. I could have done 25,000 views with Lil Brazy. It might have not. It could have maybe done 10,000. But I also don't have 4 million subscribers. Like, we working with a 40 pack over here, a nice little 40 pack, and thank you for that, right? I think we got 44,000 subscribers. These niggas got like wait, how many subs these guys? What is happening over here at No Jumper? 4.89. They almost got 5 million subs over there. Holy shit. That's crazy. Wow. My bad. I'm going to have to take some of that back. Now I need to see something else. Let's do an audit, gang. Let's do a quick audit. All right. Salute to Savv4x. Keep doing your thing. If you see this, no disrespect to you. Was never trying to disrespect you in the first place. And whenever you're ready, if you're ever ready, pull up. Let's get a proper interview where you're comfortable, Toronto man style. We'll talk, and we'll probably get it popping more than the No Jumper channel. Not even low key, high key. But that's beside the point. Let's take a look over here. Jesus Christ. So if we go through the last 2 days, they post a lot of clips. I'll give them that. They post a lot of clips. Okay, this one did okay. King Pill reacts to Wack calling him a belly dancer. 29,000. Comparator versus King Pill, 34,000. And I'm saying this is pretty good in comparison to the other videos that are like 10,000, 5,000, 3,000. And listen, don't get me wrong. We haven't always had the best views neither. So y'all gonna jump in the comments, say you want to talk, your views are trash. Listen, bro, we have ups and downs in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking through here. I think the best thing that they have on the channel right now that consecutively gets them 100,000 plus views is the Adam and Wack show. I want to see something here. Community. Because we're in a post Drake and Kendrick battle era too, so I want to take a look at the community clips page, see if they're doing crazy. Yo, I gotta stop. Yo, I gotta chill. I'm gonna get pissed off, bro. Cause salute to them, but like, what's getting me irked is some of the commentary. Cause while I'm going through the view counts on a lot of these videos, niggas would jump into Reddit, sometimes in the view counts on the comments of some of the We Love Hip Hop videos, and the video will have like 2,000 views, maybe 1,500 views. Oh, your channel's trash. Niggas don't watch you. In comparison to who? Because we're gonna act like all of these other guys in America are killing it. Oh my God, the American creators are just so up. Yes, they've had up moments. I'm sure if I go to their most popular video, it probably has 1 million plus views. Oh, there we go, 740,000. So they've had moments. But niggas think that everybody on YouTube is just constantly eating all the time. Trust me. It goes up and down. AD and these guys to have these kind of views right here, that means it's not that easy to pay everybody sitting over there. To be honest, he's probably not paying anybody sitting there.
He's for sure.
How can you do it? You know what I'm saying? 1,500 views right there. That in all actuality is like $5. Jerome Jacobs says Joe Rogan's killing it. What are you talking about? You're talking about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan does like he pisses 1 million views. Of course he's killing it. I'm talking about in the hip hop space. Sometimes they really need to like sit back and analyze what's really happening in the hip hop space. Because these are Los Angeles podcasters who are around Kendrick Lamar. They talk to academics on a regular basis. Like they're tapped in. So I think a lot of people have a misconception that like, oh, you know, all of these guys, every video that they drop does 50,000, 70,000, 80,000 views. Nah, they're just in America. The only difference between us and them, and I'm not just saying us, I'm saying us. I'm not saying us as We Love Hip Hop. I'm saying us as Canadian and Toronto creators. The only difference between us and them is a border. It don't be the views. It don't be the reach. The only difference between us and them is a border. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow, I won't. We'll stop the audit, because if I start going down the wormhole and start pulling up Toronto channels, y'all niggas who are really hating, who jump in the comments of these replays, will really need to shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, let's move on. Jerome Jacobs said, oh, you're from Toronto? Okay. I didn't know you didn't notice. Maybe because I wasn't saying enough. Wow. Yo, what's going on, Crowley? Yo, Cronam. I don't talk like that, so maybe people don't get it right away. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should talk like that more. Yo, Krosky. Anyhow, Top 5 was supposed to go live. Salute to whoever said, yo, Top 5 is live in the comments earlier. He's not. He was actually supposed to go live around 700, around 7 o'clock, but I don't know. I knew that I was going to be capped. Okay. If I pull up the Reddit, and if y'all want to join our Reddit page, join us on Reddit. We Love Hip Hop Canada. Let's pull this up. I think this is from a few days ago. So this is from Double M Courts. Says, me and Top 5 are live streaming tomorrow in the courts at 7 p.m. to be exact. So for the people who don't know where the courts is or what the courts is, they're talking about Driftwood Courts over there in the Driftwood area, or the, you know, Jane and Finch area. I gotta be honest, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I'm not trying to say 5 was scared to go over to Driftwood or whatever. I just don't think it was gonna happen. Keep in mind, he has a deal with Stake, aka Kick. It's the same company pretty much. And they require him to do, I think, 1 to 2 streams a month in order to meet his obligations. The last stream obviously went pretty viral with him over at Canada's Wonderland, but he can't just do that again. Okay. I feel like there was another tweet somewhere about him. I don't think I have it over here, but there was another tweet that he had posted, or another story that he posted on his Instagram about doing a live stream with Aiden Ross. Okay. So there is a possibility of that as well. Look at this. Niggas be streaming now, bro. Everybody's a streamer. Baka's a cooking streamer now.
Back in the kitchen. Don't get it twisted. It's Baka Kitchen.
Say what? Baka Kitchen. It's too hot outside for this, man.
Back in the kitchen. Don't get it twisted. It's Baka Kitchen. I'm on Snap right now. Come check me out. I'm gonna show you how I do it, play by play by play. And I ain't telling you what I'm cooking. You gotta come see.
Can you smell what Backlash cooking? This is what these niggas is doing.
That big top five. Who's that big top five? Big top five.
There's your live stream, gang.
Yeah. Yeah. Wallahi, you're the man trying to take us out, eh?
All right. Sorry, gang. No live stream for us, okay? I don't know what his live stream would have been. I'm trying to find if Torontology had posted him saying he was going to stream with Aiden Ross. Let's see. Let's see. 8 months ago. Yeah, I don't see it. Y8 says top 5 more gangsters than K Money. Holy, bro. Yeah, I just don't see that happening anytime soon as far as a live stream in Driftwood Court. To be honest, I'm over these guys beefing with each other. So if these guys take too long to do a live stream over there at Driftwood, nobody's going to care anymore. So if it's not going to happen today, they're not going to do a Driftwood stream. Okay, so as they say, he pump faked. As far as what his next stream's going to be, I don't know. Okay, he's got to keep on upping the ante. We've discussed this on live streams and on the podcast before. In order to continue to go viral, he has to keep on upping the ante. The last time he was in Canada's Wonderland, he was flexing the chain. He cut off the ankle bracelet that didn't need to be on in the first place at that point. So I don't know what you can do from there to, I don't know, to go viral on a live stream. Do you guys have any suggestions? Maybe we can workshop this before we get off this topic. I'm not really spending super time on this topic, but what can he do on the next live stream that can go as viral as the last time? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like Backla's doing. Backla's cooking with 5, cooking with Pedro, cooking with Pedro, cooking with right? I don't know. What could this nigga do to go viral again where we will care? Obviously, I'm not asking you guys to suggest anything like, yo, y'all, you really need to go shoot something now, nigga. Shoot somebody on stream. You ain't feeling my song there? Cooking with Pedro, cooking with Pedro. Don't worry, I'm not going to turn around for the camera like Kaya does. Carol said, eat pork on live. A Somali Muslim man eating pork on a live stream. That go pretty viral. I don't know if it's going to get you another 50,000 views. Right? Look at that bacon. Ooh. Like, we'll be shocked. I'll laugh. I'll even clip it and post it. Look at that. Isn't he supposed to be Muslim? He's eating bacon. But sorry. It's just not enough. Or it says I'm getting on stuff that never happened to me. Stop this Friday. We're trying to workshop some ideas for 5. So if you see this 5, maybe you could take some of these ideas from the stream. Oh yeah, that's what I should do for my next stream. But like, I'm not asking you guys to suggest anything. Don't drive around. You know what I'm saying? Yo, word of ops. Some good suggestions, positive things. I need to watch that Baka clip again. That gave me some joy on a hot ass day. Cooking with Baka. Cooking with Baka. I'm a piece of shit.
Back again. I'm back in the kitchen. Don't get it twisted. It's Baka Kitchen. I'm on Snap right now. Come check me out. I'm gonna show you how I do it, play by play by play. And I ain't telling you what I'm cooking. You gotta come see.
Cooking with Baka. Cooking with Baka. Yeah, salute to Baka, not nice, man. Yo, I rate it too, man. I ain't mad at Baka. Baka knows how he's trying to stay in this limelight in some kind of way. He's trying to be creative, stray away from that gangster image that people put on him. You know what I'm saying? Underground Nation says the label's forcing Baka to cook. Go get hot. Even get in the kitchen if you want to go get hot, bro. What are you doing out here, man? We need a hit. Go start a cooking show or something. Damn, bro. But listen, man, salute to 5. I guess there's no stream, like I said. There's not going to be any workshopping over here. The only ideas that the comments have for you is to eat some pork. Jesus Christ, Reddit is such a toxic place. Holy shit, man. I need to get off of this. Go sage myself. But yeah, salute to Top 5, man. What else do I got on my list here? Oh, I got a Booggz interview. Big salute to Booggz. All right, Booggz is dropping some music tomorrow. I think the album is called Sorry I Took So Long. It's a 7-song EP. Low key, I do have some songs here in my email. Can I play you guys a little bit of some of these tunes here? Ooh-ee. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me pull up Booggz' page because I know Booggz has been posting about it. He's been gone for like the last 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. He's currently serving time in the East Detention. Where the fuck's my Instagram? Sorry, gang. I got like 30 windows open. Let me pull up Instagram here. Let's go to Booggz' page. Bengetti. What's his last post? Damn, last post was from April 2022.
Say just do it like Nike, my dog. We fuck bitch together, they punks.
So if you go through his stories, sorry I took so long, tomorrow at midnight. It's my birthday tomorrow, music at midnight. So I guess that's going to be Thursday midnight for Friday morning. You know, hit up Booggz in his DMs or in his comments. Wish him a happy birthday. There's the cover. Release on June 26th. Oh, so it's dropping tomorrow. Okay.
No, it's coming already. Yeah. Huh. Went to sleep with my diamonds on, just so I could feel the pressure. It ain't my car, but my came up with Charlie. Think it was X, I couldn't do Molly. Too many parties, like mine clear white Rari. No, he's coming already, man. I'm shooting videos every day this week.
That's an old video, by the way, but I think you guys already knew that. Let me see if I could play something. Oof. I have bare tunes. Hold on. Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear the tune? Because I don't want to pull up the screen. Y'all can't hear that, eh? Okay, let me pull up the screen. Let me pull it up on the screen. No, I just did a test to see because I don't want the person's email to show. Okay, email's not showing. We're good. Just a little preview.
Now turn up a little bit my headphone. Turn up a little bit. Yeah. You know he's coming already.
Should hear it now.
I tell her mama out the country, right? Yeah. Flight to DR, get smoking a coochie. Yeah. Just make a film, I'm tired of movies. She want.
Oh, it stopped. Okay. Anyways, I can't play too much of it anyway. I do have an interview with him though. Let me play a little bit of the interview. That shit was sounding hot. He recorded a lot of this stuff before, but he advised me that he did record. Well, I'll play it. And I think I'll drop this interview on Friday to accompany his new release. Let's go to the members section. Salute to all the members. All right, I see the member section growing over there. Is it not in the member section? What the? Oh, I didn't put it in the members yet. You're tripping. Hold on, give me a second. Let me put this in the member section. I am tripping. I'm there wondering why ain't the people viewing this shit yet? It's because it's not in the members section yet. I got it. I'm just doing it in the back end here. Pause. God damn. I'll sit in the corner Friday. Okay, so let's give it a quick refresh. And salute to all the members. It's innovation with over 24 premiums. Changes and stuff like that. So, like, talk to me about that, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm in good spirits, man. Yeah, sorry I took so long, man. It's like, you know, my I'm almost on my journey. This little jail journey I've been on, you know. So I wanted to start something for the fans, you know. It's my birthday this week too, right? It's my birthday tomorrow.
Okay, happy birthday, brother.
Tomorrow, yeah, right? Yeah, I appreciate that, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Well, birthday tomorrow, so I'm gonna drop a 7 songs, you know what I'm saying, a quick EP. Sorry it took so long, just, you know, to warm up, you know, let the fans know, you know, I'm still here. I'll be back very soon, you know.
So
yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, you know, so that's why I wanted to like that's why the team's called Sorry It Took So Long, because, like, you know, I didn't drop music over the past 2 years I've been here because, you know, I kind of felt like it wasn't really the right time. You know, I feel like it's perfect, like, you know, because, like.
Big salute to Jamel Robley says city needs hits, not throwaways. I hear you still. From what Booggz is saying, these are not throwaways. He's been making he's had bare tunes in the vault before he went away. Keep in mind he's been gone 3 years, so I'll let him explain. I'll play the part where he explains it.
I didn't really like the idea of, like, you know, dropping music while I'm in jail. Like, I can't really, like, promote it how I want to promote it, and I'm like a stickler.
He's not freed up yet.
So,
sure.
Yeah, so I just felt like, you know, it was like, now it's like the right time because I'm on my way out, you know, and it's just for the fans. It's not really for, like, you know, it's just for the streets. You know what I'm saying? This would be like one of my Got Pissed mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? That's like the hardest shit out. It's for the streets, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's raw too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I left everything like this raw, like, you know what I'm saying? One of those videos I recorded while I was in here, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like raw shit, emotion, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Emotional too, right?
That was one of my next questions. Like, was it all pre-recorded stuff, or did you record a couple of 1-2s in there?
Yeah, all of it's pre-recorded, just one, you know? Just one, you know? Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I never, like, did it over no, like, jail phone. Like, it sounds hard. Like, I'm on my Tory shit, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, Tory too, man.
Yo, salute to Booggz, man. I messed with Booggz a long way. Pause. Like, you know, he's had his share of issues over the years, and sometimes he's acted erratic. I've gotten a chance to speak to him every stage of the way where he's been acting erratic, where he's been up, where he's been down. So I feel like I have like a little bit of a kinship when it comes to Booggz, as well as a few different artists in the city here. But the thing that I'll say above all about Booggz is that his music was good. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those artists that I put in the category of he went viral a lot, but the music itself, he's not a super lyricist. I'm not asking you guys to be like, oh, it's not some Nas level shit, but nice flow, you know what I'm saying? Witty lyrics, great choice of beats, and knew how to make hooks that would be like, yo, this can go far. So he's a real lover of the music, not just a clout demon. Like the man loves music. So I always rated Booggz for that.
Man, you know I went to jail, man.
Yeah, bro. So our man staying sharp in there. I'll fast forward a bit.
I thought like 200 songs, 300 songs. I've been writing. I've been going crazy.
Okay, so here's where he's talking about the amount of songs that he's got like locked away.
Like 200 songs, 300 songs. I've been writing. I've been going crazy. But like, I hear music. I'm up to date. Like, I'm in the city jail, right? They play me on the radio. Like, y'all just played me last night. Shout out Ricochet, man. They play me on the radio, yeah, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I listen to the radio. I'm hearing all the new shit, like the Drake feature shit, the Lil Durk, like, you know, but I'm not hearing that real, like, you know, yeah, the street shit, the shit that I would really, like, when I would be on road consuming, you know, but of course I'm staying sharp, man. Dave's my, Dave my favorite rapper, man. I'm trying to rap like Dave, man. With the nitty gritty, man. Dave's hard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came to jail now, like, you know.
I'll play one more part. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to drop this on Friday. I'm going to make it a podcast episode. We're currently going into episode 588 tomorrow morning, which is going to be the Toby episode. But I'm going to make this a special bonus episode that we drop on Friday featuring Booggz.
What cities in jail? I see these guys. They see me.
That's what I'm, so this question I'm asking him here is about seeing other rappers in jail.
So long that, like, I wouldn't even... Like, I wouldn't even come home and, like, tie myself down like that, you know? When I get out, I gotta be free. Mm-hmm. Like, ever since, like, I've been on, like, yeah, like, you know, I've been on house arrest and stuff, and I'm really, like, I still got to move around, yeah, but, like, to do the studio and do work stuff, but I need to be a free, like, you know, I'm a vulture. I need to be free, you know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Nah, bro, we're awaiting your return, man. I got a couple more questions for you, man. Is there? Do you see any other artists in there? Any other popping artists that you bumped into in there?
But they're all like all the artists is like, you know, it's the city jail. I see them, they see me, they know who run the jail, man. No Toronto artists, like, you know, I'm like the way I live over here, man. No one live like this, like me, man. Yeah, I see that. There's like, yeah, the whole city's in jail. I see these guys. They see me.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, all of the rappers are locked up, fam. So I'm sure you see enough mans.
Yeah, like, you know, when they come in, like, in the south, they either come to the south or the east, you know? Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, but and that's the next thing, too. I be seeing, like, you know, the rappers, and I be trying to talk to them, you know? Put them on game and just tell them, like, yeah, like, you can't, you know, say it's not a place for you guys. You know, say it's not a place for me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's not a place for none of us. Like, you know, you got to be out there, you know what I'm saying, trying to speak the time and taking care of our team, and, like, you know what I mean? So I'll be trying to just give them a 1-2 gems that I have, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
but
bro.
It's not pretty over here, like, you know?
Yeah. Yo, fam, I gotta tell you, bro, from the amount of times I've spoken to you in interviews, you seem like you have a way more mature perspective on life right now. I'm gonna stop it right there because it's facts. When that question, the way he answered that question for me, it kind of threw me for a loop. Not to say that Booggz is stupid or anything like that, but he's been pretty wild over the years, right? Saber Genesis says Bangetti. You know, one of his catchphrases, Bangetti on the loose. He's known for being crazy and wild and stuff like that. But I felt like he gave a very stoic answer, dare I say, from past times. Like, I can pull up some past Booggz interviews where I was just like, this nigga's out of control. Like, low key, I've never put the first Booggz interview I did with him, I put a mic in front of him, like a stationary mic, but I learned very fast after that to never put a stationary mic in front of Booggz. All right, like this interview here, this is our first one.
We ride out and I ride along. Now I'm in Montreal, in the mansion with 2 puppy dogs. I'm making flips, somersault. I got a safe, I don't need a vault. This is 3 some, I need 3 of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yo, how do you come up with your, like, you write ahead of time?
I just told you, everything just real. That was on camera.
Like, we didn't, before we couldn't even finish asking the questions, this nigga used to just be like, yo, huh. It's like, nigga, calm down, relax.
That was on camera. Everything is real by bar by bar. How does I come up with it? Like, everything I just told you, I was in Montreal. My boy's mansion, he has 2 puppy dogs. You know what I'm saying? I have a safe. I don't have a vault. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a vault.
But are you writing it down before, or you're just going to the studio?
When I hear the beat, that's when I.
Yo, Carol, facts. Says Friday has spoken to artists from prison way too many times. Facts. Yeah, I keep up with these guys. You know what I'm saying? If it's somebody who I've spoken to on the outside more times, with the exception of Lamar Amoskeet, because I've never gotten a chance to speak to him from the outside. Like, he's been locked away for as long as I've known him. And Heartless G. No, actually, I've spoken to Heartless G on road, but I never had a podcast. But everybody else, like, I've had episodes with them, and if they want to tap in from while they're inside, awaiting their return, I try to keep their names alive if they got more plans to keep music going, especially if they drop new music from while they're inside. We talking about it over here on the podcast. Like, yo, you know, when Bizloke dropped the freestyle the other day, and Bizloke was supposed to drop music, he just never dropped it. But mans were ready, bro. We were like, pause. And mans were like, yo, when's this nigga dropping his music? We reacted to the freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm reposting niggas in the stories. I'm doing whatever I can to not only keep these niggas in good spirits, but keep these guys' names alive, because we know them from being artists. If they weren't artists, we wouldn't know that they're incarcerated in the first place. If you really want to think about it like that, like, real shit. Yo, salute to Unruly Greasy, yo. Salute to you, brother.
I write it, like, I have to experience it
day one
first, and then I go write it on the beat. That's your friend, can't wait till you see. She brought me because I'm the
like, Corey Guns, yeah.
Corey Guns, like Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne nigga. Oh, that Corey Guns.
Yes. This is the Action OVO studio that we recorded this in back in the days. This is what, 6 years ago. Jesus Christ. I'm surprised it didn't crack 1,000 views. But yeah, he's definitely matured over the space of years. If I look up some other Booggz interview, just one more. Salute to Booggz, man. Go tap into his EP dropping tomorrow. Sorry it took so long. This one here, he was on one. Hold on. Oh, this one here. I'll even say salute to Gutsy Guts. The interview that he did with Booggz was crazy.
I'm a type of guy, like, I don't even stunt on this shit, but I would have already been showed off my new girlfriend, but my first posted my videos, the music first.
Still see? Lapel or lavalier microphone right there. No more stationary mics. This guy right here who doesn't say anything for the whole interview, he could have the stationary mic. This, you need one of these, bro, because you move around too much.
First. Okay?
Let me
throw a
question in there on that.
Friday, you never even taught this whole interview. You know, come on, let's get it, my brother. No, I don't know. It's your thing.
Well, my mic is hot. My mic is hot though. But here, wait, how many years ago is this from? 4 years ago, 2021. She said in that academics, that legendary academics live, that she tried to slide you a PS4 or PS5. I mean,
yeah.
Did your girl get cheesed? Mixy question.
No, because listen. Remember, she was texting me like, bro, this girl, do you want me to open my phone and show you like how much text, like this girl calls me every day type of thing. See what I'm saying? So, but I ignored her. So listen.
Yo, Mixy Guts wants to see it.
When
Mixy Guts wants to see it. I'm Mixy. I'm not even gonna.
All right, you want to see it? Okay, he wants to see it. Okay, you want to see it. So listen, I got out of jail in June, July. I'm gonna show you my texts from June, July. I'm gonna
I had to turn it down a little bit. My bad.
scroll up. Who wants to see it? But basically, hold on. What was your question though?
Okay, but your
About the
current
what?
girl. Did your current girl?
About the PS5. So listen. So basically,
like this is Booggz in his full form. Wow, Bangetti on the loose. He booked this like a day before. He's like, Friday, I want to talk. You want to pull up tomorrow? I was like, I'm not filming tomorrow, but I know who is. Bada boom, bada bing. Bought him over here. This is over the Youngsterdam Lounge where we used to record. And this is on a Sunday when Gutsy used to record the podcast. So I was like, yo, Sunday, pull up. And he was like, okay, this is what we doing.
so basically she's always texting me and stuff, right? So I'm like, yo, before I met my current girl, she remember she was texting me. So like when the PS5 first came out, my current girl I wasn't giving her that girlfriend label yet. She just, So I messaged her like, yo, get me the PS5, maybe I'll take you back. Boom.
This is from the whole times when him and Chromas was together. They had actually broken up at this point. They went viral a bunch of times. I think he had gotten shot already. And they're saying that Chroma set him up. This nigga was going through a roller coaster of life.
Now when she messaged me the other day, like, yo, I got you your PS5. So listen, she called me 3 nights ago. 3 nights ago, the night before the academics, or literally the night before, she comes like, hey, babe, I got your PS5. Come get it.
Did she tell you she was going on academics?
What do you mean? She only went on academics because I went on academics. She wasn't. Remember, that academic shit was yesterday. I'm talking about, remember, before my academics, the day before my academics.
This is, oh my God, post-academics Twitch stream. Holy shit, man. What a time to be alive, eh, gang? But I'm going to have to come back in and when I repost this live and blank or blur out all of the smoking. We used to just show all of the smoking. Like, YouTube ain't having that now these days.
Academics, I didn't know what you was going on that. I already know that. And that was a while back. So boom, she comes like, yo, I have my PS5. So you know what I told her? I said, you know what? It's before Christmas. I said, you know what? My new girlfriend doesn't get me my PS5. Maybe I'll circle back, So I just said, so I was like, to be continued. You know what I mean? To be continued. Like, but Christmas came and the PS5 was there. So like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say. But anyways, but he wanted to see the message. But basically, yeah, so since I came out of jail, like I seen some, I was in jail the whole time and I was just seeing.
Yo, it's crazy. This man is talking about being in jail. He's in jail right now.
And a whole bunch of shit. When I came out, I just kicked it to the curb. So I never answered none of her calls ever. So this is why you see all this extra shit on the ground. See all this extra shit from, listen, go on Instagram from June. Anything from June, you'll see everything sex, she's trying to do the most, doing the most for the net. But you know what I'm saying? That's because I cut her off. You know what I'm saying? When I came out.
Or it says 2020 to 2022 it evolved. Yes and no. There was definitely a good spike between 2020 to 2022 because of the pandemic. Everybody was at home, glued to their phones. So there was definitely a spike on everybody's content, right? Myself included. But it was also like the beginning of, not the end. I don't want to sound so doom and gloom. It wasn't the beginning of the end, but it was the beginning of the de-evolution, right? Like it started devolving because after 2022, though we've had our great moments, we've had a lot of spikes in the scene, the Toronto rap scene as a whole has had mad rappers, Booggz himself included, who have been locked up, niggas who have gone to, niggas who are dead right now. Just a lot of just bad shit has happened in the scene where a lot of the people who got us into Toronto rap over the last few years that were super entertaining are not around right now. And not only entertaining, made good music. That's what I want to emphasize, because we could be entertained. We are entertained currently. There's a bunch of people doing fuckery. We're entertained, but how much good music is actually coming out of it? You know what I'm saying? Where back in 2019, 2020, 2021, there was just as much people talking shit, just as much, smoking on this all type of bullshit, shit that we weren't happy with, and we were complaining back then. But I can say that the music was way better. And before that, even better. And I'm not even talking about back in my day. I'm talking about like all the YN's days, like 2017, 2016, all their music, Booggz, Black Challenger, all that shit, Casper, Dope Boys, all that shit was fire. Now they're making good shit. Fire. There's only a few. I would say Casper is one of the only ones who's still making fire right now. You know what I'm saying? The Crook's been putting out some new shit lately, and it's been fire. Right? JL says Robin Banks, right? Salute to Robin Banks. Obviously, he's went through his share of drama, but the music that he was dropping when he was dropping music was fire. It would be great to get that kind of Toronto vibes over again. You know what I'm saying? Or at least back there. Not over again, but at least back to that again. You know what I'm saying? With some of the younger guys who are starting to take over now, as well as some of these guys who are coming home from jail. Booggz says he's coming home from jail just now. Burner Bands is coming home from jail just now. So we're going to get some people who are back in the scene who we actually like their music too.
But like,
yeah, man.
but yeah, you really want to, but come on, let's do this.
Anyhow, big salute to Booggz. Okay. Interview dropping this Friday. It'll be dropping Friday morning on all audio platforms. 6 p.m. We'll premiere it back over here. We're doing a lot of premieres this week. It's just been all week. Premiere. But yeah, we're gonna move on. I want to go over a clip over here from the boy Oba Buba. Okay. Big salute to Oba Buba. He is an Atlanta creator who's, I guess, moved to Toronto. We've reacted to his videos over here on live stream before, but the last time that we reacted to his videos, I think it was when he first moved to Toronto, and he was doing videos over here. Now, the latest thing that happened to him is that he went over to Jungle, aka Lawrence Heights, and apparently they weren't so happy with him over there filming. Okay. They said that he had to delete his footage. From what I was told, even behind the scenes, it wasn't just only his footage that they wanted him to delete. They said they wanted him to delete his whole channel. Get all of those videos off of that channel, boy. Covering all, running up in all these Toronto hoods and shit. So what I want to do is, let me pull up his video here. Let's see if we can find out what's going on with the boy Oba Buba and see what he has to say. Let's go to Oba Buba. So here's the video at the top here. I went to a hood and they deleted my video. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, chat. How do I start this, bro? I lost my shit. Go on my channel, you'll see that the latest video was 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? What happened? A lot of people were texting me yesterday, like, "Yo, bro, what happened to your videos? What happened to your videos? What happened? Why did your last video get deleted?" Basically, bro, I went to the Jungle and they took my shit and they deleted my videos. I went there, bro. I was doing another walkthrough. I'm walking through the neighborhood. I'm walking so deep that I'm seeing Jewish people. Like, you know when you walk like through the hood and then you start seeing like mansions? That's how deep I was looking, bro. Like, I literally seen.
Hold on. Let me get the volume up here. He said he's walking so deep that he's seen Jewish people. He's in
Jewish people.
He's in the Lawrence Heights area, right? Let me see if we can find something on YouTube about Lawrence Heights. Let's do Jewish community. Because I feel like Lawrence Heights, that's like Bathurst. Just give me a second, gang. I'm just thinking in my brain here from me driving around. That's like Bathurst and Eglinton area. Bathurst and Lawrence. When you're driving up Bathurst, okay? All right, sorry. I had to get my bearings for a second. When you're driving up Bathurst, okay, and I know this because I've done courier work back in the days, like like 2001. I was doing some courier work, so I got to find this out. When you're driving up Bathurst from Eglinton, going towards Lawrence, all of that in between there is a heavy Jewish community. I'm talking about the, what do you call them? And give me the name in the chat here. I don't want to mess up anything. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything like that. Hasidic Jews. There's Hasidic, like those type of Jews in that area, like with the curls and the hats. Okay, you see them walking through that area over there, right? And then Orthodox Jews. Thank you, JL. Right? And the apartments, those are not, there's a lot of apartments when you're driving up Bathurst along that area, but don't get it twisted when it comes to just those being apartments. I went into a couple of those apartments to do some deliveries, and real shit, some of those apartments, like you take the elevator and it leads to one floor, and the whole floor is the person's apartment. It's not a bunch of apartments on that floor. The whole floor is the person's apartment. I was like, holy shit. No, it wasn't Uber Eats. There wasn't no Uber Eats back then. This is like actual courier delivery, when people used to get courier deliveries from like private couriers. You know what I'm saying? I go drop off an envelope or drop off a package, and like I come up in the elevator, just crazy house. It may as well be a house on that whole floor. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about some money before you get to the Lawrence area, and then it starts to get a little murky on the side streets and stuff like that. So don't get it twisted. It's not like the whole area around Lawrence and Bathurst area, around the jungle area, is just all poverty and nah. You drive down Rene, you're gonna get into some problems. You drive down certain blocks, you're gonna get into some problems, right? You might have to check in, right? But Oba Buba can go get a freaking iced latte on Bathurst. He'll be fine. Just don't go down the wrong block. But that's what he wants to do. All right? We don't have to go over the videos. I was just trying to make a point. Let's continue here. Let us continue with Mr. Buba.
Jewish people. I seen the fucking Kleinberg. I'm just doing my regular walkthrough shit, you know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where I'm done the walkthrough and I'm just walking through the neighborhood, and then I see the community center, bro. So I walked in the community center and they're playing basketball, bro. And I have my rig on me. I walk into the gym, everybody's playing basketball. I take a few shots as they're doing the runs, you feel what I'm saying? I take a couple shots, and then I just walk out, you feel me? But this whole time, I got the POV jump going, you feel what I'm saying? And then I walk out the gym, not thinking nothing of it. And then right after I walk out the gym, some guy comes out and yells, "Yo!" I look back. Like, I wasn't assuming the worst, you feel me? Because knowing me, I don't go in with no bad intent. So it's like, bro, I'm not doing nothing wrong. So I'm just going back to him, thinking he's trying to say what's up.
You're not doing anything wrong. Obviously, you're just moving around, you're filming things. But broski, and he's gotten away with this in a few different hoods. Like, we've watched other videos where he's in like Pickering and certain, I think he even went to Rexdale. And I don't know if he called the guys in Rexdale first, but my advice to you, and maybe he already knows this, maybe link the man them in the hood that you're going to, see who you can quote unquote check in with. I understand sometimes people think, oh, it's Canada, you ain't got to check in nowhere. This nigga does. Okay? Because like you can't just walk around with a camera filming where mans are moving around, doing their thing, dealing with custies, all types of shit, and just be like, yo, I'm doing my YouTube video, like and subscribe, ha ha ha. Bro, niggas will shoot the camera out of your hand, bro.
Or something. He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Bubba." And then he's like, "Yeah, come back in the gym." You feel what I'm saying? We get back in the gym, and nigga, the whole gym is just against me. Like the whole gym just gangs up on me. I'm talking about the whole gym, like the whole community. It's just me. Like I'm Dolly. It's hella niggas around me, cause like hella niggas.
Nobody expected him. And listen, I'm not saying that he's wrong for making YouTube videos. He just may be handling it the wrong way. Because if they're like surprised that he's here, like, what's this guy doing here? And he doesn't have somebody from the hood with him that are like, nah, don't worry, he's with me. Then, duh, obviously, obs.
That day I filmed a whole bunch of footage, like a whole bunch of B-roll. Like, honestly, that day all I did was film B-roll and just, you know, walking through, saying what I see. And bro, they were asking me when I got in the gym, yo, were you filming? Like, yeah, I was filming. You feel me? I was honest. You feel me? When I have the POV joint, I'm shooting. I literally, honestly, all I got was me just shooting. You feel me? And they were going up and down the court. Obviously, me not thinking much of it. You feel what I'm saying? Fast forward. Basically, I got a zillion niggas pressing me like, delete that footage. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit wasn't nothing to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was like, my nigga. Like, bro, like, I literally showed me deleting the footage, bro, off my iPhone. And keep in mind, like, a gazillion niggas is surrounding me, bro. So they're asking me to delete everything I shot that whole day. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, bro, it's not worth fighting this shit over. So I just deleted everything that whole day. I swiped through all the footage. You feel me? All of them is like, fucking trying to grab my phone, nigga. I'm showing them like, all right, I'm doing it, bro. Keep in mind, it's just me versus a gazillion niggas, cause in my perspective, like I said, I have no like malicious intent. I'm just going in. But the way they see it is completely different. You feel what I'm saying? Hella shit is going on at the same time, bro. Like a niggas literally, I have my phone in my hand and niggas literally fucking tapping through my Instagram story, my highlights, my reels, bro. Long story short, they fucking kicked me out of the community center. I'm walking out the community center, bro. And as I walk out, I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get to the subway station. Get to the subway station. No. Get to the subway station.
Yo, that's the crazy part. When you watch this guy's videos, it's not like he's pulling up with his whip. He's taking his equipment out the trunk. He's like, all right, so I'm over here in this hood here. Let me go deal with the thing. And like, if anything happens, he could just, yo, let me run away from the block, jump in my car and drive off. Like, if you get chased away from a block, you're running back to the subway station. That's crazy. I'm not trying to diss him. Like, niggas is on whatever place in life you are. It is what it is. It's not like, oh, you don't got a car, nigga, brokey. No, but like, I'm just saying the risks factor that you're taking, salute to you, my guy. You're a better man than me.
Nigga, I get like 200 meters away. Nigga, they coming outside the community center and they're yelling at me again like, yo. Like a bunch of niggas rushing up to me. They snap.
Like, imagine trying to get away from goons and you're running and you don't even got a car to run to. You're just running, hoping that the bus comes on time. Like, please, yo, what time did they say the bus is coming? Oh my God, I hope it's on schedule. Oh my God, let me in. Like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? You run into the TTC, into the subway station, jump the turnstile. You get to the subway station. You're standing at the whatchamacallit, and the subway doesn't come. Niggas beat you up and push you into the tracks. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to bring it on to you, bro. I'm just trying to think like how a criminal thinks, bro. The TTC is not the most reliable way to get out of Dodge, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, there will be a subway delay. Oh, your bus will be delayed. It won't be coming for another hour. You're like, oh no, the ops are coming. What? That's crazy. Like, run, nigga. Somebody said get a scooter. Yes, rent one of those scooters. One of those city scooters that you could just go put back at a station later. Like, we're just looking out for you, homie. You need to have better escape routes.
My phone, bro. He's just going through my phone, going through all my shit, going through my contacts, bro.
That's crazy.
And like, I'm just like, bro, like, what can I do, bro? I'm like, I'm just one person, bro. Like, what am I'm gonna get jumped or something? Like, all the niggas that was around me in the gym, like, all those, like, walking me to the subway station, like.
This guy got attacked by the gym. How a whole gymnasium of niggas attack you? The community center was not, they got their community together and said, yo, get the hell out of here, boy. You ain't in Atlanta. You think you in College Park?
3 questions, pinched, I'm cooked. Mashallah, I'm cooked. Long story short, as we're walking, we're almost at the subway station. The niggas literally deleted my videos on YouTube, bro. Like, they deleted.
Gangster gentleman said the Boys and Girls Club attacked him. Facts. This guy walked in on a Boys and Girls Club basketball game. He said, yo, what are you doing over here? You're not from around here. Where you from? Where you from, nigga? Here's the thing, too, man. Respectfully to Oba Buba. I don't think that niggas think that we have it like that or that we would really take it that way, that there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is like, oh, that's an American thing, you know? Oh, you know, they don't do that type of shit in Canada. Niggas won't ask you where you from in Canada. Why not? You're going to somewhere where there's metro housing, so obviously there's poverty there, and where there's poverty, there's gangsters. So if there's gangsters, then there's territory, and if they have a territory, they're going to be like, yo, who are you? And it's not even the gangsters. It could be the people from the community to be like, I'm used to seeing these faces every day. Who are you? It's not even a diss thing like, yo, you know, where it's on site for anybody who comes to jungle. No. Some like Somali grandmother or something could be like, who are you? Are you coming here to shoot one of my sons? Who are you? Check in, nigga. Somebody said he looks like I hope he's not traumatized. I hope he's not traumatized neither. But my guy, you have to be careful when you're just running around in Toronto hoods. It's not like, oh, it's just Canada. It can never happen to me. Nigga, it will happen to you in Canada. The places that you went to, I'm not saying that them niggas is not gangster. They just let you slide. They wanted to get on camera. Cool. You're going to where Top 5 is from, where Mayhem Moriarty is from, where bare legendary gangsters are from. You need to check in first, my guy. Holy shit. That is crazy. Man, just walk up in the jungle. Hey, guys. What's going on over here? Can I film you? No. Get out.
You know what I'm saying? They're saying that I'm banned from the hood forever. I ain't gonna lie. I think that whole hood literally hates me, my nigga. Like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. That whole hood hates me, bro. Every single soul in that bitch hates my shit, cuz. Like, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I was just trying to make a video, you feel what I'm saying? I was just walking through that bitch. Took my phone. My heart dropped when...
This is that culture of internet culture where they're just like, yo, bro, I'm just doing something on the internet. What's the problem? Nigga, you were filming here and somebody was doing a chop in the corner. You might not notice it until later on when you're doing your edits, but somebody was doing a chop while you were filming the basketball court. How about that? I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that's what could happen. So the best thing to do is when everybody's like, who's that? They're also pointing to somebody next to you who's in that hood every day and respected. Let me make my screen bigger. And respected. Don't just go up to any nigga in jungle and be like, yo, can you give me a tour of your hood? Because you might go to the most disrespected guy in the hood who snitched on 10 niggas who, if he walks through there, he's going to get his head shot off. And now you're walking with him. So you better check in with the right person. The Black Mama says, gotta be careful not to film sensitive hood information. Correct. I'm really hoping, because I feel like he's gotten enough education from being out here long enough, that man just don't still have that misconception, oh, it's Canada, so it could never happen to me over here. Nah, bro. You go and film the wrong thing with your YouTube video and get the man them hemmed up, then it's going to be worse for you, bro. So they actually did you a favor by saying, you know what? Delete that shit. Get out of our hood. Don't come back. Doesn't mean don't come back. If Top 5 brings you, I'm sure you'll be fine. If certain other mans from the hood bring you back over there, yo, isn't that the same guy that we chased out the hood? Don't worry, he's with me today. You'll be fine. But for now, just don't even think about it. And the next hood that you might want to go to, maybe just not even go to a hood, but I want you to keep on doing your thing. I enjoy your YouTube videos, bro. But holler at whoever the guy is. Holler at me if I know who the person is that you need to check in with for that specific hood, or an artist that that gets the most respect in that area, that is the person to go and talk to. I'll put you on to them. There we go. I said it right here on live stream. I can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? Tap in and I'll give you some intel, like not too much intel, but like, yo, oh, I'm trying to go to, give me a name, gang. Chester Lee. Okay, maybe holler at 3M French and his peoples over there and see if you can go check out Chester Lee. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just say, oh, you know, I'm going to go to Chester Lee and just see what's going on. Hey, guys, yeah, I'm here from America. Yeah, look at the camera, say hi. Bro, you're going to get shot. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. You will get shot. And we're not even trying to see the headline and be reporting, oh, American YouTuber from Atlanta came down here and got his face shot off after trying to vlog in the wrong Toronto hood. I don't want to make that a headline, bro. So take heed. If you see this video, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I've DM'd you already, so just respond to your DM and we'll get it popping, bro. You know what I'm saying? And even pull up. Let's do an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I'd like to have a conversation with this gentleman here. See what's going on with him. Yeah, those guys will pull his underwear over his head. Too many pranks. Hold on, let me let him finish cooking.
And they said, how do you terminate a channel? Bro, they were about to delete my whole channel, bro. They thought I was trying to be a troll because of the recent shit that happened. You know what I'm saying? They saw a nigga with a camera. They saw my YouTube channel. They thought I was trying to add insult to injury. End of the day, bro, it is what it is, bro. Life's gonna keep lifing. You know what I'm saying? They all hate me out there. I can't take back what happened. It already happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, bitch. A lot of niggas gonna be like, oh, you should have done this. You shouldn't have done this. Like, shit, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I don't regret anything, bro. Like, what can I do, bro? It's like, bro, I can't do nothing. You feel me?
He seems very discouraged. I hope this doesn't make it where, like, hopefully he takes the advice that I just gave him right there, because I don't want him to be like, yo, I'm not going back to any Toronto hoods anymore to do no videos. Not because, like, they need the promotion or anything like that. It's not even anything like that. Like, if them mans want promotion, Brennan Buckingham will give them promotion. Trust me. There's lots of niggas who would love to walk around Toronto hoods and do videos and be like, yo, I was in Toronto's craziest hood. It's an amazing YouTube title. But just do it smarter, bro.
It's life. Feel me? You make mistakes, you make the mistakes you want. All this to say, bro, that's why all my videos are gone. Honestly, bro, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna take a break from YouTube for like a month or two. It could have been worth, you feel what I'm saying? I'm still alive. I'm still here. Sometimes you just get so lost in the content, you just forget. I don't know if I'm gonna re-upload all my
he sounds defeated.
Videos. I might re-upload my favorite videos and put the rest on my.
Hold on, what the hell are you talking about, my G? What are you saying? What are you saying, bro? Because I went straight to the video. What are you saying, bro? What are you saying, bro? You scared me for a second, bro. Holy shit, man. I thought this nigga actually went through with it and deleted his videos. Look, Orton Park, Malvern. He's moved around. Inside it, abandoned McDonald. He got some better views than No Jumper.
You feel me? It's life. Feel me? You make mistakes, you make the mistakes you want. All this to say, bro, that's why all my videos are gone. Honestly, bro, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna take a break from YouTube for like a month or two. It could have been worth, you feel what I'm saying? I'm still alive. I'm still here. Sometimes you just get so lost in the content, you just forget. I don't know if I'm gonna re-upload all my videos. I might re-upload my favorite videos and put the rest on my second channel, but I'm probably finna take a break from YouTube for a little bit.
Nigga looks like he's gonna cry, bro. Look at this. Like that's the sound that I'm hearing when I'm looking at his face. I'm not even trying to diss him. I'm just saying, like, when you look at his face, it's giving that. It's giving that.
Probably gonna leave the city, take a little like month break from YouTube, if not, 2 or something. Maybe just do something completely else, bro. A lot of shit I don't explain on this channel, but
when you start like tapping the table and like giving auditory problems, you know you're down bad. Bandemic loot says say word. He took his videos down. He didn't take them down. He didn't take them down. Trust me, I went to go check just now. I was like, damn, bro, don't let them do it to you, fam. But to be honest, I think he's feeling worse than he should feel. Because I think he has this feeling like, oh, all these Toronto hood niggas hate me, bro. Nah, fam, I don't think they do, man. I just think that the ones over there and certain mans that are seeing videos, they're like, nah, bro, if this nigga tries to come into my hood, I'm chasing that nigga. Yo, watch. I watched this other one in Rexdale. Watch if he sees it, thinks he can pull up over here. We're going to take that camera, brethren. So, like, so he must have re-uploaded. You know what he could have done it? Because maybe you guys are talking about, I don't know if I missed this. Like, maybe are we talking about, was his videos gone? Underground Nation, you'd be up on a lot of this shit. Was his videos gone for a couple of days, or were they like not visible? Because if that's the case, he could have privated all his videos. Thank you, Underground Nation. Yeah. Let's go back to the channel here quick fast. Yeah. See, even this one, he didn't put a thumbnail on it. So maybe he privated a bunch of the videos that we're looking at right now. 6 months ago, 6 months, 5 months ago, 2 months ago, 2 months ago, a month ago, 9 days. Yeah. Maybe what you guys were seeing is he had privated all those videos, because you can do that, obviously, and then they're not going to be visible to the public. And then when he republishes the videos, it'll still have the same date from when they were originally published. Damn. The last video was 6 months ago. Damn, bro. This guy, he sounds, they must have traumatized the, they must have showed him the thing.
you feel me? It's life.
It's a nigga. Come back around here again. You know, little grip in the waist a little bit. Like, yo, come back around here again. Man said, oh, maybe YouTube's not the life for me, bro. Seeing his life flashing before his eyes and shit. Holy, like, for anybody who's ever had a burner in their face, you know what I'm saying? You're like, you're just thinking about life. Mama, 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 you know I love you. every song starts going through your head. It's so hard to say goodbye. Every song goes through your head, bro. You're like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, meet me at the crossroads. Oh, shit. Every sentimental song you could think of is just like, man, maybe YouTube's not the thing for me, bro. Meet me at the crossroads. I got to rethink my life, man. You know, my resume, I could update my resume. Meet me at the crossroads. Oh, shit, I ain't shit.
Feel me? You make mistakes, you make the mistakes you want. All this to say, bro, that's why all my videos are gone. Honestly, bro, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna take a break from YouTube for like a month or two. It could have been worse, you know what I'm saying? I'm still alive. I'm still here. Sometimes you just get so lost in the content, you just forget. I don't know if I'm gonna re-upload all my videos. I might re-upload my favorite videos and put the rest on my second channel, but I'm probably finna take a break from YouTube for a little.
Yo, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not dissing. This is the face of after 6 months in Toronto. Oh, show's over, folks. I don't mean to make fun of you, my nigga, but oh shit. Hold on. It's too hot outside for this fuckery, bro. I need to find this, man. Oh, that's college pot. Oh, no.
I love you, by the way.
Hold on. I'm gonna find something. This is 6 months ago. Look at the excitement on his face.
Hey, turn the speakers up. It's too fucking wild for me to start. I gotta use some.
White girl magic.
So we getting a tour from
Eugene and Sarah.
He found someone.
She has.
And he's like, yo, Canada. Oh, Canada.
Let me. Well, I just slept. She's waking up. She's waking up as we speak. Bad bitches love Oba.
I love this country.
wrong shit. See, I don't know how we ended up in this. It's like a lux. What the? Chaz be walking places, I swear. The Homeless Diaries.
They probably smashed both of them. They started doing like drunken white girl shit, started making out with each other. And oh my God. He's like, yes, Canada's the best.
Chad, is this a free food glitch? I mean,
he's got a winter jacket on still.
yo, shorty, come to the teddy curdy. I got a better room than the man that. So we getting a tour from
Eugene and Sarah.
He's using Toronto man slangs. Yo, love it over here.
I texted her. She has let me. Well, I just slept. She's waking up. She's waking up as we speak.
Those girls remind me of my old kind of customers.
Subscribe to Oba Buba. Subscribe to Oba Buba.
Bad bitches love Oba Buba.
Bad bitches love Oba.
Bad bitches love Oba Buba. A few. How do they do it in those videos? A few moments. 5 minutes later.
All right, Chad. How do I start this, bro?
6 months later.
Yeah, that's about it. But anyway, I think I'm going to take a break from just making videos, bro. I don't know if I'm going to repost all those videos. I don't know what I'm going to do with all those videos, but I don't know, bro. Let me know what y'all think I should do in the comments, bro. The niggas who finna.
All right, bro. I'm done with this, man. Listen, Oba Buba, holla at your boy, man. We'll figure it out, man. Let's move on though. Let's move on. I'm sweating too much from making fun of this nigga. Okay, I found a clip here that piqued my interest. There was something going around on the gram where somebody was saying about the Toronto scene. Okay, basically why Toronto doesn't win, and it kind of encompassed a lot of the stuff that we talk about in these streams, on podcast episodes, where artists are always fighting against each other, and how like the scene used to be to where it got to now. It was very dope piece here. Let me pull it up here. Let's pull it up. Maybe Oba could watch this too, man. Get some education. So salute to Big Nem. Who else did I share this? I put this on my own page as well. But take it in.
Toronto is a world-class city. Drake, the Raptors, hockey,
and one of the biggest exports of artists and athletes in the world. What was once a small random town somewhere up in Canada just 30 years ago has now become a global metropolis that boasts world-class talent in almost every sector. However, there's a reason they call us Screwface Capital.
2024 handshake shooter.
Despite its massive size and being the most multicultural city in the world, Toronto is still a big village that touts tribalism, unhealthy competition, and envy amongst its communities and artists. For years, artists have had to leave to other countries to get their shot while watching over their shoulder for the envy and clickiness of their fellow city peers. However, there is one movement alive in this city which looks to unite the artists of Toronto, a grassroots movement, a revival of creativity and a community of creative revolution. That is Content Day, and its founder is Kari Safari, a professional dancing photographer who's made it his life mission to unite Toronto's creatives and give them a space to create freely and authentically. Content Day has been our home for this entire show for the last year. So for our season finale of Nem's World Uncut, we would like to present Kari Safari. Welcome to Content Day.
Toronto has always been cold, but I always love the people in Toronto.
We're now united. We're a world-class city, and I'd like to feel that energy again. It's been tough. The only time I feel it is around this guy and his events.
People will say when they come into the space or come to an event here, they'll come to me personally and say, like, thank you for letting me express myself. You know, I'm like, holy shit, like, I didn't know I was actually doing that.
We need a fleshlight for the podcast.
Yeah, man, I'll get it for you. I have to be somewhere for 4, but I can quickly go run and get that for you. Can you figure out a spot to pick it up from and put some money in the card and I can grab it?
We know.
So, salute to the homie who's doing the Content Day. This is contentday.ca. It's not an ad for this, but what I wanted to know even from this piece right here, because from a city that's such a world-class city that produces so many things, to, you know, like actors, Drake, The Weeknd, all these different people. Salute to the people who are giving me compliments on the Belly documentary that I put together. I know Belly's from Ottawa, but close enough. Like, the man was moving around over here. Cash was moving around over here. Like, Toronto and Canada, period, has produced a lot of shit. However, we're still at this kind of like plateau area due to the drill scene. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this shit. We were doing great, and we're still doing great as far as visibility. People love to make videos on Toronto shit. People love to come to Toronto hoods. We just covered a guy who went to a Toronto hood and got kicked out. But I think we stopped profiting off of ourselves. Like, the Toronto scene being able to generate moves where the people in the scene profit off of it has stopped. It's more from the outside perspective of when the people cover the fuckery, then it's like, hey, we'll get a bunch of clicks and views from making a documentary piece on Top 5. Or making a video going into Toronto's most dangerous hoods. But we're really kind of straying away from the actual point of what we were trying to bring to the world in the first place, and show the world our diversity, and show the world our talents, and all the different things that Toronto, the amazing food and nightlife and everything that Toronto has to bring. Like, we really kind of just pushed that to the side, and it became who's the hardest gangster and F the ops and we're smoking you. You know what I'm saying? Where it just kind of shadowed all of the most talented people. I see people complaining in my comments sometimes on Instagram and shit. Oh, you never post any talented. You never post the real talent in Toronto. You never promote the real talent. Listen, I do interviews with people. I got an interview dropping tomorrow with somebody who I think is one of the most talented people out of our city named Toby. I really, really hope that it gets the views that it deserves. But I know based on the last interview that I did with Toby, it didn't do as much views as the K Money interview. And no disrespect to K Money, but he's in a lot of shit. He's in a lot of polys. So of course that interview does amazing. You know what I'm saying? Moolah first coming in and talking about people and bringing up paperwork and all that. I'm not even trying to hate on y'all for loving it, Because guess what? I love it too. I've had this discussion with people many times on this platform where I'm like, yo, when I leave this, I'm gonna go watch some slop tuber talk about some drama. So I understand where that comes from. But at the same time, bro, like we're really, in my opinion, our worst enemy when it comes to the Toronto scene. Because if we were to really focus on all of the good things that we actually have and make that the thing that gets the most clicks and views in comparison to the fuckery, you don't know how much more money people would be willing to give people over here and how much more opportunities they'd be coming from, not just only America, like, you know, America's cool too, but like worldwide. Trust me. Let me go on to this guy's page here so we can maybe get some information on this content day. Content day. Studio and event space in Toronto's creative. What's this? Our last content and chill event is this month on June 26th. So that's tomorrow. Please don't give me anything I have to censor. Not one, like this black people, but not. You're going to make me have to censor the shit. I ain't even going any more deeper.
Confident. I love it when you're confident.
Okay, there we go. There's some art.
Confident.
I feel like that's copyright music. You see this? And I rate the different artists that are in here doing their thing. And I don't know any of the artists, but I rate what I'm seeing. A lot of these guys who are getting the most clicks and views, they ain't even trying to go to shit like this. They're like, I ain't going to this goofy, mesquite shit. Listen, for the artists out there who are tapping in, who are trying to like get themselves further, maybe get in network with some people that might be able to help you out behind the scenes. I'm sure at events like this, you'll be able to meet people who are working in music as well as film and a whole bunch of other shit. You might be able to pick up a freaky catty at the same time. Maybe this is the type of shit that niggas need to be getting around. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're closing, like just the community itself is something that I feel that people should tap into. Even though, you know, I'm joking, I joke, I kid, I'm there, fire. When it came to, yo, who cares? Go around them people and go where the money's at, man. Straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? Tuck your insecurities or homophobias and all that type of shit and go around and go get some proper networking going on, man. But salute to them. I want to skip this Fat Joe thing. Maybe I won't. I won't. Fat Joe actually responded. I'm going to just jump into an American story quickly. And then there's a story that I want to cover for my last story, which is a Hell's Angels killer. So stay tuned. All right. A crazy story that I found on YouTube about a guy that's out there who you know, he was out there causing havoc, but he was out there as a Hell's Angels hitter, where he's out there trying to do hits on them mans. All right, but we'll get into that in a second. Okay, so Fat Joe, he's been under a lot of pressure right now. He got sued. We spoke about it on the podcast the other day. He got sued by his hype man. In the lawsuit, it's 150 something page lawsuit. They're saying that he was the guy, the hype man, was coerced to have S with S workers. You know, Fat Joe was also with a bunch of underage women, one of them including that he fell in love with and wanted to leave his wife for. They're saying that one girl out of the, and I'll call them victims, but none of these girls are actually complaining in this lawsuit. It's actually the one hype man that's complaining in the lawsuit. Okay. He said that he got in the complaint. It says that Fat Joe got one of these girls a BBL, because that he thought her body looked too young, which just sounds crazy. Okay, so just a lot of just wild shit just floating around Fat Joe's name. Also, just to give you guys some context, Fat Joe had also sued this gentleman at one point in time, and now this gentleman is suing him. So there's people saying that this might be a cash grab, and this might just be a disgruntled employee. I need to let you guys know that this man has also been sued by Fat Joe in the past because Fat Joe thought that this guy was trying to screw him out of money. Okay, so just to give you guys all of the information that you can have on the table before we pass judgment on Fat Joe. Not that I'm saying, oh, Fat Joe needs to get a pass. Yo, let's shoot him some bail. Fat Joe has had his share of dumb shit that's come out of his mouth over the last few months, whether it's to go viral on purpose or he just can't help but say stupid shit. Either way, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. So let me pull this up on the screen over here. Let's go back to the gram because he posted it on his own Instagram page. Crack. So I've been tested the last few months. I've lost my big brother, my father, my mother, and now I'm fighting against these disgusting lies. I've had individuals in my circle take my love and kindness for weakness. But for how many times must we forgive them? I've had people steal from me, grow jealous of me, lie on me. Through it all, me and my family are the ones that stuck dealing with the consequences and their bad decisions. If you got fired for doing something wrong, just take the L and live with it. But instead, they plot on your downfall as they watch you move on with your life. They decide to go after one of the things that you value the most, your reputation. They figure that they can make up the most insane stories, and if they threaten you with a lawsuit, then you'll pay, and then they'll feel like they finally won. The problem with your theory, I've never let anyone in the streets extort me. And so how would I ever let a cooked attorney and a coward ex-hype man extort me? I'm from the Bronx. Shit happens. I added that part. Mr. Tyrone Blackburn's attorney at law, since you want the clout, we will finish you in court. The time for the lawyers using their law license and badge to extort people and destroy families and with no evidence is over. I'm not the one. You've messed with the wrong one this time. Joseph, Fat Joe, Joey Crack, Cartagena. Crack. Is crack cooking? Is the crack cooking in the kitchen right now? Because, listen, I gave you guys all of the facts that are, right now. Not the stuff that's going on in court, just the stuff that's outside of court that we know. This guy is been sued by Fat Joe before. He's in a situation where he's saying Fat Joe coerced him into smashing gal. All right. I'm not trying to say that it didn't happen, but I'm just saying the likelihood of like, oh, bro, you better smash these prostitutes, bro, or else. It just sounds a little hard to believe. What I can understand is one of the parts in the complaint, they're saying that they were asking him, Fat Joe was trying to make him smash these girls in front of an audience of people. I guess if you're not like an adult filmmaker, that can be a little bit stressful. So I could understand, you being a little bit mad about that. But I don't know, man. Do y'all think this is a money grab? Or do you think that this guy has a case? All right. Is there anybody who spoke to this guy's hype man? Let's see if I could find any videos. Because if anybody spoke to this guy's hype man, I would like to hear from him. I feel like he did an interview. Let's see. Fat Joe. Hype man. Let's see what we could find here. This is the video from 4 days ago that I already reviewed. No. What's homie's name? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any interviews with dude because I feel like I seen something floating around where somebody might have been talking to dude. But yeah, I don't see any interviews with dude. Do y'all think Fat Joe will be able to escape from this right here? It is a civil case. They're saying also it's a civil RICO, whatever that's supposed to be. All right. I guess there's racketeering that's involved and stuff like that. So that's what makes it a civil RICO. But it's not a criminal lawsuit. In the end of the day, he's just going to have to cough up $20 million if he loses this lawsuit. In my opinion, even though Fat Joe's statement was a great statement, it's well written. It doesn't seem like a Chat GPT statement. I think that they're going to have to do an out-of-court settlement, to be honest, bro. I don't see this case really going to trial. I see it being an out-of-court settlement. Maybe homeboy might get like $100,000. All right. I know this guy's complaining, saying that there's bare tunes that Fat Joe has that he's been making bare money off of, and these guys, and he wrote songs for Joe, and he ain't get no money and all that shit like that. I don't know, bro. If you didn't get your paperwork good back then, if this is true, right? If you did write these songs for Fat Joe, if you didn't go and handle your paperwork back then, don't come up like 15, 20 years later and be like, oh, I want my money. You should have been thinking about that then. Maybe with all the money that when you were rolling around with Terror Squad with the TS chains and all that type of shit, you could have got yourself a lawyer on the side and say, yo, can you, maybe put me in this paperwork so that I can get my residuals in the future, so that now when you're 50 years old, you ain't over here trying to claim like, oh man, push your head in some pussy or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be crass or anything, but like, bro, it just sounds like a lot of hoopla. So again, innocent until proven guilty. Salute to Fat Joe. If he is guilty of this shit, you're a dirtbag. But for now, I'm going to put Fat Joe in the innocent category. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. All right. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't going to spend too long on that right there. And also, Diddy might walk too. Okay. Diddy might walk too, because I seen this headline. And again, these are just headlines. Salute to Poetic Flacco. Where did I see this Diddy headline here? Prosecutors have dropped attempt kidnap, attempt arson, and aiding trafficking charges against Sean Combs. Okay, and here's the paperwork here. And from his caption, it says prosecutors say they no longer are going to attempt like I just said. So you never know. I'm not trying to say, yay, all of the S offenders come home, but like, if niggas is innocent, then we ain't trying to see no innocent people get locked up, bro. And if they're guilty, then go on, keep them. It is what it is. But I don't know. I just see like the tables might be turning over here for a lot of people. So I'm not going to say salute to Diddy, but salute to Fat Joe for now. I got one more story for y'all, right? Last week we did a 4.5-hour live. We were going crazy. Clover 5 wants to know who's going to the freak offs. Yo, the freak offs have been going on while this whole trial has been happening, man. I'm sure King Combs has been keeping the freak offs warm for Diddy until he comes home. I want to talk about this video that I found here. There's a video that I saw on YouTube where there's a gentleman and his crew. These guys are actually from Quebec, and they were like Hell's Angels killers. Craziest video I've seen in a long time. Let me see if I can pull up this video and give some credit to the creator. This is courtesy of, and just give me a second while it pulls up on the screen. Courtesy of the Criminal Files. All right. We're just going to go over this video, see what's going on here, because listen, that gangster scene over there in Quebec is no joke. I'm not trying to get into a bunch of deep shit over here neither. We're just reacting to a video that's already out there. They got about 140,000 views on it, so it's doing well. But yeah, let's go over this video here.
On organized crime in Quebec has led to more than 30 arrests in the last week, and more are
Video is called David Trammell, the man who declared war on Hell's Angels.
expected. Authorities say it's a blow to the blood family mafia.
$250,000. That's how much
Yeah,
the Canadian government
yeah.
was offering for one name. Not for a killer on the run. Not for a cartel leader. For a man in his 20s with no known address, no public image, and a crew no one had ever seen. Dave picked Termal. But here's what made it worse. Nobody claimed the reward. Not his crew, not his rivals, not even the people who wanted him dead. Because the man they were hunting wasn't just a fugitive. He was a ghost. One who ran a war from across the ocean and left behind encrypted devices, burner phones, and silence so heavy, not even the bodies he left behind could break it. The first clues.
Also, the guy who's making this video, he has like his voice changer and all that type of shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Weren't even treated as connected. A drug dealer goes missing in Levis. An SUV explodes outside a biker stash house. Then a failed kidnapping, a retaliation murder, a dismembered teenager left outside a Hell's Angels clubhouse like a warning no one understood.
Jesus.
Police didn't have a name, just scenes. Burned, mutilated, buried. Until whispers of a crew surfaced. The Blood Family Mafia. Young, masked, ruthless. No patches, no history, just fear. At the center, Termal, issuing orders through encrypted chats, disappearing across Portugal, Morocco, and Italy without leaving a digital trace. They thought they were closing in, but when they finally found him, he was living in a private villa outside Rome, surrounded by burner phones,
this is like a movie,
forged passports, and a handwritten map of everything he built, and none of it was over. They say Dave picked Termal came from nothing. No father in the picture, no guidance, just a quiet kid growing up in Quebec City. One who figured out early that fear could move faster than respect. Born in the late 90s, Termal came of age in a post-biker war province, where the Hells Angels controlled the flow of drugs, money, and silence. But he didn't want a seat at their table. He wanted to build his own. By his early 20s, Termal had carved out a name, not by volume, but by violence. He wasn't just pushing meth and coke. He was making examples. Dealers who crossed him disappeared. Homes belonging to rival crews.
This guy is right now. Well, we're gonna get to a point in this video here, and I'm not gonna play it all the way through. We're just gonna skip to like the good parts there. But there's a point where like he had the Hells under pressure. In not the whole organization across North America, but like in Quebec.
Crews were set ablaze. Victims weren't just killed. They were dismembered, burned, or dumped in daylight. Each act left a message. Cross us.
So we're gonna get to his crew.
Threats. He didn't need numbers. He needed control. His core lieutenants were just as ruthless. Rubens Denise, the quiet tactician, second in command. Old Boyvin, the muscle, known for fire bombings and disappearing just before raids. Termal ran it all, like a CEO of violence. Profits laundered through crypto. Orders relayed through ghost accounts. Everything coded, layered, and disposable. And when the pressure finally came down in early 2023, he didn't blink. He disappeared. Portugal, then Morocco, then Greece, then, eventually, Italy. But even from across the world,
So when this guy had to make a move after everything started going crazy, like I'll skip to the end of the video when it's time, but like he went all the way out of the country, like super OT. So here's a couple of the wild things that he did.
built himself. February 2023. No formal announcement. No blood spilled. Yet, just a subtle shift. Dave Turmel stopped paying the Hells Angels 10% street tax. He didn't ask permission, didn't warn anyone. He simply cut them off. In Quebec's underworld, that's not just bold, it's suicidal. March 2023, a Hells Angels affiliated dealer disappears. No one hears a struggle. No body is ever found. Days later, an SUV linked to Turmel's operation explodes in a controlled detonation. The timing is deliberate. The symbolism is clear. Is it retaliation? A warning? Or Turmel burning evidence ahead of something bigger? June 2023, a kidnapping attempt targets a high-ranking member of the Hells Angels. It fails. Someone ends up dead. No one claims the hit, but investigators quietly begin tying the incident to BFM. Surveillance picks up chatter, coded phrases, silent zones and phone traffic, money moving through unknown hands. By now, police have a name and a pattern. Dave Turmel is no longer a ghost. He's the center of Quebec's most dangerous turf war. July 24, 2023. SPVQ issues public arrest warrants for Turmel and Rubens Diniz. The charges: drug trafficking, conspiracy, leadership of a criminal organization. But when authorities move in, both men have vanished. No signal traces, no known contacts, nothing. How did two fugitives disappear at the peak of a manhunt, unless they planned it months in advance? September 2023. The war goes public. Molotov cocktails are thrown at biker-linked businesses in Lévis and Beauce. The home of Hells Angels affiliate, Matthew Pelletier, is torched. No casualties, just a message. We're not afraid. The attacks are clean, coordinated. There's no evidence, no prints, no digital trail. It's as if the fires lit themselves. February 19, 2024. St. Malachy. A hostage crisis erupts.
You guys said it's like the fires lit themselves.
Inside a rural home. 4 people shot. 1 dead, 3 critically injured. The incident never makes full headlines. No names, no photos. But within hours, investigators link it to BFM. Was it a
These guys are just tearing down the place, bro.
deal gone wrong? A betrayal? Or a quiet purge within Turmel's own ranks? September 16, 2024. A body is found outside a Hells Angels clubhouse in Beauce, or what's left of one. The victim is a teenage BFM associate, dismembered and burned.
Jeez.
Plastic wrapped, no ID. It's a warning. And for the first time in the war,
So at this point, like in the story here, these guys, the HA guys started getting fed up of all of this, you know, knocking off all our guys one by one, you know, from this BFM crew. They weren't like they weren't a big crews, like numbers wise, right? So I guess it was kind of crazy that these guys were able to have that much power and effect to be able to knock off that many Hells Angels guys. But geez, I feel like I'm watching a movie, but this is all shit that really happened. Like I remember seeing Homeboy on the Bolo list, the be on the lookout list.
message doesn't come from Turmel. It's coming back. Had the Angels finally found a way to hit him where it hurt? December 2024. Turmel is placed on Canada's BOLO Top 25 Fugitives list. The reward, $250,000. Still no one.
$250,000 reward. All right. The highest reward that we got from any of our Toronto rappers, I think, would have been Top Gunna, who had like a $75,000 reward, which is crazy. This guy had a $250,000 reward.
Talks.
Mind you, way different level of crime, though.
Not his allies, not his rivals, not even his enemies. Because when someone like Turmel disappears, the people left behind know better than to look. Late 2022, the killings were too frequent, the targets too precise, and none of the old players, the bikers, the cartels, the street gangs, wanted to claim them. That's when Quebec's Organized Crime Division launched Project Malsain. Their objective was simple: map out the Blood Family Mafia, and more importantly, find the man holding the strings from somewhere overseas. But what they found looked nothing like a local drug crew. Early 2023, Project Malsain analysts begin pulling patterns: unusual crypto activity linked to burner wallets, Drug routes weaving through South Shore towns with no previous connections.
That's where I'm from, the South Shore.
Phone pings that bounced across international towers in under 3 hours, too fast for commercial flights. And then came the body dumps. No signature.
It's the funny thing about the South Shore is it's basically suburbs for the most part, right? They got different parts of the South Shore like Longueuil or Longueuil that has like more hood areas, and there are parts of the South Shore that, you know, have a little bit of hood areas, parts of Broussard that I guess are a little bit hood, but for the most part it's suburban areas. So you would think that, oh, there ain't no gangsters over there. The most gangsters be living in these little homes over there, buying out, renting out suburban homes and stuff like that. I'm not saying I'm renting out the gangsters. I'm far from renting out the gangsters, but I rent out a house in the South Shore as we speak. So you never know. I'm very selective when it comes to my tenants of whoever I rent out my house to over there. But you never know. You know, you rent out the house to Jean-Guy, and Jean-Guy, next thing you know, he pulls up with a bike in front of your crib. You never know. You have to be careful.
Sure, no taunt, just gone. This wasn't about control anymore. This was about proving they didn't need permission to operate. Turmel had gone fully underground, and yet he was everywhere. February 2024. After 18 months of surveillance, police execute simultaneous raids across Quebec, hitting stash houses, safe locations, and suspected crew affiliates in Lévis, Beauce, and Trois-Rivières. 18 people arrested, weapons, encrypted laptops, and a stack of forged IDs are seized. But Turmel and Ruben...
The thing is that they're going to get to in this video also, and I'm going to skip forward a little bit, is finding these guys, like the whole crew, even though it's not a big crew, was hard as fuck for the cops to do. The way these guys were moving, like it took them a minute to find these guys.
Rubens Dennis, gone. Investigators believe they fled months earlier, using ghost flights and falsified travel histories. Poof. Interpol is quietly briefed. A global notice is drafted, but kept sealed from public view. They want him cornered, not scared. February 29th, 2024. The first real break. Rubens Dennis is captured in Lisbon, Portugal, during a joint...
This guy got all the way to Portugal.
...sting operation with local authorities. He's arrested without resistance, sitting in a quiet hotel, under a false identity. Inside his room, cash from 4 countries, 2 encrypted phones, and a notebook referencing drop zones in Greece, Spain, and Rome. That's when the picture changes. Turmel didn't just flee.
Hold on, I gotta read this comment. I gotta put some respect on JL. He says, I'm renting in Hochelaga. It's full of trailer trash. Yeah. I'm sorry, broski. I'm sorry for you. You gotta really, really screen, double, triple screen those tenants over there in Hochelaga. Jesus Christ.
He was still orchestrating. March 2024. A message arrives at a police contact in Quebec. Encrypted, untraceable. It contains no introduction, just 2 coordinates. A phrase, he's tired of moving. Investigators believe it came from a disgruntled BFM insider, lured by the $250,000 reward, or possibly someone trying to trade intel for immunity. Either way, the data is real. It points to a quiet holiday.
It had to be a snitch that got him. You know what I'm saying? Not to say, listen, F the police, right? I'm sure they tried to do as much police work as they could and spend all the resources they could. But that $250,000 reward probably helped a lot.
Villa outside Rome. Authorities in Italy are mobilized. A sealed international arrest warrant is activated. March 27th or 28th, 2025. The time zone makes it unclear. But somewhere between midnight and sunrise, a tactical team enters the villa. No resistance, no weapons raised. Turmel is standing in a hallway barefoot, waiting. Inside the villa, a forged French passport, 6 burner phones, stacks of SIM cards, a handwritten logbook of coded deliveries, names, and bank routes, and multiple USB drives encrypted beyond standard decryption tools. Italian authorities confirm his identity. He's detained at Regina Coeli, Rome's historic high-risk prison.
So here's the thing. This guy got locked up, right? It's not the end of the story. They got him locked up in Italy right now. The man made it all the way from Quebec to Italy. They found him, like as they said in the video here, 6 phones, bunch of different chips. What did it say? Coded log cards. However, it's the chips that really got these guys, because now they're going to have the argument of, we need to extradite this guy back over to Canada so that he can serve trial for all of the killings and all of the different things. And we want to know what are on those chips. They'll be able to go through the chips and find out all of the intel that they need to find out on maybe more gangs in Canada, as far as Quebec, probably all the way to Ontario, all the way to Vancouver. They're on these chips. But the Italian government ain't letting this nigga go.
But there's a problem. Italy wants to charge him first. Under European law, crimes committed within their borders take priority, and Turmel has allegedly violated multiple Italian drug and weapons statutes during his stay. Canada submits its formal extradition request. That now, the waiting begins.
Matumbo.
Will Turmel be sent back to face justice in Quebec? Or will his trial and his secrets be buried under Italian law? Either way, one thing's certain. He didn't act alone, and the devices they seized are still being unlocked. The arrest made headlines in both countries. But what came next wasn't simple. Turmel's capture outside Rome should have been the end of a manhunt. Instead, it opened a legal tug-of-war between 2 governments, each with their own reasons for wanting him on trial. Canadian prosecutors moved fast. Within 48 hours, they filed a formal extradition request. Backed by years of sealed warrants and gang-related indictments, the charges were serious: conspiracy to traffic narcotics, organized crime leadership, arson and homicide links, and...
This is all what we, not us, but the Canadian government is charging this nigga with. They're like, yo, bro, we got a long list, okay? Arson, extortion, all type of fuckery. And then watch what the Italian government want him for.
Suspected involvement in a domestic terrorist act stemming from the St. Malachy hostage crisis. But Italy had its own case to make. Under European Criminal Code, Turmel had entered the country on false documents, coordinated drug movement through southern ports, and possibly maintained illegal firearms inside the villa.
Wah, 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 wah. Listen, man, I know it's a serious matter. It's not a laughing matter, but like, for you guys in Italy, yes, he had a gun. He had a couple of plans over there, but it's nothing compared to the types of shit that the Canadian government wants him for. And you guys are just like, no, we're keeping him. We want to deal with him first. And if they lock him up over there, if they try him and he's found guilty of his crimes over there, then they're going to keep him for an extended amount of time locked up in the Italian prisons. And then guess what? All that information that you guys are looking for over here in Canada, unless you're able to subpoena them cards and all that shit, is getting buried with him in the Italian prison. Fuck around, all that shit just disappears. Oh, we can't even find the evidence anymore. What evidence? And it's not an extradition country. Gucci Go says he'll escape before it makes it to Canada. I bet. All that. Holy. And the prison that they had him in, I can't see the inside of it obviously from the video, but it doesn't look as menacing as a Canadian jail or any jail in America or anything like that. Like, I'm not trying to diss Italy or anything like that, but I just never heard of Italy having the worst jail conditions in the world. Like, it just doesn't ring as something that'll come up on a list of worst jail condition places. Italy.
Italian prosecutors proposed filing charges locally first, citing sovereign priority and national security implications. And under EU law, that gives them the right to hold him. So for now, Turmel sits in Regina Coeli, awaiting trial not in Quebec, but in Rome. There's no plea deal on the table. No public defense. No press statements. He hasn't.
This guy's eating spaghetti in jail.
Spoken to the court, to law enforcement, or to his own attorneys. He just waits. Meanwhile, in Canada, the legal ripple effect has begun. Rubens Dennis, his former second-in-command, is currently awaiting trial in Quebec. He's charged with conspiracy, gang activity, trafficking, and indirect links to multiple homicides. So far, Dennis has remained silent. No cooperation, no bargaining. He's housed in protective custody. But authorities remain nervous. Too many people.
He ain't gonna say shit neither. I don't care. You could squeeze whatever you want on this nigga. You ain't saying shit.
Want him quiet. Too many questions haven't been answered. And then there's Al Boivin, the enforcer. Still missing. Still considered armed, dangerous, and strategically trained in arson and evasion. Interpol has flagged his name in connection with movements through Serbia, the Netherlands, and Colombia, but nothing has stuck. He's believed to be using South American cartel networks to move undetected.
That even sounds sick. That needs to be put in a rap somewhere. I'm moving with South American cartel connections to move undetected. Something like that needs to be put in a bar somewhere, bro. Holy. I'm not trying to like promote crime, say, oh, you guys are amazing, you're so sick, but bro, these niggas is moving sick. Damn.
Some believe he's hiding in plain sight. Others think he's already dead. But until a body is found, he stays on Canada's Bolo Top 25, with a high-value bounty still active.
How much is this bounty? 250,000 also? Holy.
Projected legal timeline.
Y'all trying to get some money out there?
2025-26. Turmel faces trial in Italy, most likely under weapons and trafficking charges.
What's good, brother?
2026-27. If convicted, Italy may hold him or allow extradition to Canada mid-sentence, depending on diplomatic negotiations. But there's one more twist. The encrypted devices recovered during Turmel's arrest still being cracked. Early reports suggest banking trails, dead drop routes, and encrypted client lists.
Thank you,
some
brother.
with names outside Quebec, outside Canada, possibly tied to South American trafficking syndicates. If
Big salute to What's the Dirt. Says great job on that belly piece, bro. You know, thank you, man. Coming from you, bro, who puts together great documentary pieces. Thank you.
even part of that's true, Turmel wasn't just starting a turf war. He was building a pipeline. And Quebec might have only been the first stop. So is the legal system chasing a gang leader? Or are they staring down the blueprint of a modern cartel, disguised as a local uprising? One thing is certain, if Turmel talks, a lot more people are going to prison. And if he doesn't, they'll have to find the rest on their own. As of June 2025.
Please, like, I know these guys have some kind of songs out there, because they look like a rap group.
Dave Pick Turmel remains behind high walls in Regina Coeli Prison, Rome. No trial date confirmed. No extradition granted. Just waiting, under 24/7 surveillance, with every phone call monitored, every letter scanned. His silence continues. No statements.
He ain't gonna say shit. Let me see. BFM? Music? Let's see if there's any music. No. Because I swear when I look at this freeze frame of these guys,
A sweeping police crackdown.
like he looked like he raps. You know what I'm saying? That don't look like a rapper to you? Like he put out some songs at one point? Underground Nation said, yo, no trial date. Listen, man, they're going to keep him hemmed up in the courts for a minute, bro. If he was able to get all the way to Italy, I'm sure he has good lawyers. I'm sure he has a share of power. You know what I'm saying? So bro, who knows, man? Like, if this guy was able in a 3-man crew, I'm sure they had more guys. A 3-man crew was able to knock off Bear Hell's Angels guys. Who knows how much power this guy has, man? I'm not gonna say salute to him because it's salute to nobody. Like, we're not here to condone crime, but I'm just saying some criminals out here move sick, and you just don't even know who be the guy. You're looking at this white youth over here from Quebec, and he was tearing shit up, yo. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I haven't uncovered anything. This is all documented information that's over there available on let's give some love to the YouTube channel again over here. The Criminal Files. Let me subscribe to the channel as well. Salute to the Criminal Files. Go tap into their channel. They make some great videos over there. But I'm going to leave it there. Somebody was saying something about the Cribazz Song Wars. The Cribazz Song Wars is going down Friday. 1 second. Let me pull up the page here. One second. Trying to make sure that I book some interviews for us here, gang. You know what I'm saying? I won't let y'all know who I'm talking to behind the scenes, but I'll give you a hint. We've spoken about him on the live stream at some point today. Let me pull this up here. My bad, gang. I got distracted. Let's go to my stories. I just posted it into my stories here. So Cribazz Song Wars. He didn't put who the judges are. Man, he be having this shit so small, bro. Let me go to his page. Let's go to Cribazz's page because I can't see this shit from here, man. He needs to make the fonts bigger on those things here, man. I'm old, man. I'm gonna be 50 in the next few weeks, bro. Still can't see that shit. And y'all don't even lie in the comments and be like, yo, I can see it. You're just blind, nigga. You can't see that shit neither. I'll pull it up off my Instagram so I can see it better. Jesus Christ, man. Like, make the fonts bigger, my nigga. Okay, so we have LB Spiffy, Casper TNG, K Money, J Neat, KS Bands, Moolah First. It's Drench, Straight Cash. Hold on. Let's pause this. Dr. Bushman. Holy shit. Dr. Bushman's back outside, eh? Young Smoke and Spades. Judges. I can't even see this shit. Float the Goat. DT Beats. Black Charcoal's coming back. Honcho Hoodlum. I told y'all before. Salute to Honcho Hoodlum. Kenzo Too Neat. And I can't see. Oh, and me, Friday Ricky Dread. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so it's going down Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going down. I'm an unk. I'm thinking I'm getting older than unk status. Niggas is calling people who are like 27 unk now or 30 years old unk. So I don't know what they're going to call me. I'm a fossil, and I'm happy to be a fossil. But yeah, check that out. 7 p.m. is going down. But for tomorrow, we got the episode with Toby. Big salute to Toby, one of my favorite rappers out here. Okay, it's going to be dropping 3 a.m. for all of the audio listeners, and 6 p.m. we're back over here on YouTube for the premiere. And on Friday, we got the Booggz video or Booggz interview that's dropping at 6 p.m. and 3 a.m. for all the audio listeners. All right. Until then, we are off of this. Doses.